Hey everyone, skull902 here, along with CuteyTCat.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
Danny's here with me today as we fulfill the second half of our obligation to the extra life goal from last year. We uh, we we got to our top
Halfway
incentive.
point and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and that means rewrite of Sonic X Season 2. Now, we did the first half, and you can find that in the pinned comment there, as well as the description. You can find the first season there as well. Uh, hello, Swift. Hello, Stitch. Welcome in. Uh, and a cold winter. Hello. Uh, and we're doing the second half of season 2 here today. Normally it's just been like I'll read a summary of an episode, and then the sketch is done up in like 5 minutes or whatever. Uh, this one has a gimmick, uh, and that gimmick is this. So we've got episode 52 here. You'll notice that that there's 10 minutes on the timer for episode 52, but that can change, and the way
Oh
that it can
boy.
change is with wheel decide here. The first 12 episodes are going to get a spin of this wheel, and the result will the result will change what we have for episode 52. We have two slots for 5 minutes, and there will be no difference if it lands on those. Uh, Landing on 1 minute will add 4 to episode 52. Landing on 2 minutes will add 3 minutes to episode 52. Landing on 7 minutes will take 2 minutes away, and landing on 10 minutes will take 5 minutes away. Uh, so yeah, that's our little gimmick here for this one. Uh, and I'm excited to get this started. Uh, let's actually spin the wheel here first, see what the first episode is gonna be. Okay,
Oh
it's a
boy.
1 minute challenge, so we get four
Oh
additional
boy.
minutes to our finale here. So let's just reflect that here. There is going to be a limit. The 50-second episode can't be any shorter than 2 minutes and can't be any longer than 20 minutes. Uh,
Mhm.
so uh, yeah, that's how we're gonna do things here. Uh, and I hope that you're all excited and everything. Hello to KJ and everything. Let's get this all settled here. Have to go here and set the timer to 1 minute. One. Okay. And then let's get some musical accompaniment in here.
Persona music.
You're close. It's Sonic Adventure 2.
Close enough. How is that close?
Um, the Sega property. Uh,
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
all right. So I have the timer set to 1 minute. So just to catch everybody
Okay.
up to speed on what we've done in the first half of season 2. Um, the president's old fired assistant Jerome Wise is now working with Dr. Eggman and gave him like all the secret files to Project Shadow and whatnot. Sonic has since stopped chaos and saved the planet from Space Colony Arc, and Cream and Vanilla have reunited. So that's basically the gist of what we've got so far. We have a 1 minute timer for episode 40 here. I'm very interested to see what you can do in 1 minute,
God.
Danny.
All
Uh,
right. Well, I'm gonna listen. So I'm gonna listen first, and then you put on the timer.
yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's get our summary going here. Episode 40. I'm not much a fan of the Egg Moon two-parter because everyone but Sonic took a hold of the idiot ball. But instead of replacing it outright like I've done to some episodes, I'm going to try to rework it to make sense. It's the new year, and as people around the world, our heroes included, are celebrating, Eggman's still intrigued in the little amount of info he dug up about his past during the SA2 storyline, regretting that he hadn't gotten a chance to collect more files from the Ark's computers to find some answers, and goes back to work. Jerome points out it'll look suspicious to do so, but Eggman has a plan. The broken half of the moon was rebuilt with his technology, so he can control it remotely. He'll have to block the sun as a distraction so they can get in and out of the Ark undetected. When everyone notices the sudden, unexpected eclipse, Eggman threatens that unless some arbitrary ransom is met, he'll block out the sun for good, affecting all life on the planet. As Eggman's crew departs for space, our heroes meet up at the Thorndyke mansion to make a plan. Surely, Eggman's built another base of operations, so they'll have to find out where the moon's being controlled from and stop it. Alright, timer is going now.
Oh god. I'm just immediately gonna be just drawing up Eggman.
Eggman scheming. KJ, I wish you good luck. Swift, I know you made an OC of a star-nosed mole. So.
Ooh, a star-nosed mole. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Swift.
A lot of mole OCs.
Yeah, Swift does a lot of original concepts for OCs. It's pretty interesting. Swift also says Eggman's beady little eyes.
Yeah, I'm rushing.
It is a 1 minute challenge.
I'm rushing. So I'm just gonna forget about proportions and stuff and just get a rough example.
Time's up.
Oh! Sun.
You don't have to worry about coloring, by the way. Coloring won't count toward the timers, because I know that was a bit of a concern last time.
I don't think I'll be able to color with this timer.
Well, there we go. Egg Moon Part 1.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Oh, beautiful. Alright, let's see.
I'll get more than a minute this next time.
Yeah, hopefully. Can you convince my mother to buy me red velvet cake for my birthday? She doesn't like red velvet cake, so she insists that I pick another one. But okay, it's your birthday!
Does she like chocolate cake? Does she like chocolate cake?
It's your birthday, my dude.
Okay, wait. Does she like chocolate cake?
I mean, whether she likes chocolate cake or not, though, I feel like it's Winter's birthday. Winter gets the priority here.
Yeah, but if she likes chocolate cake, then she would like red velvet, because red velvet's just like a deeper chocolate.
I see where you're going.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, also the star-nosed mole is blind and always wears sunglasses that blind people wear that change shapes depending on her emotions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. She likes chocolate cake, but for whatever reason doesn't really like red velvet.
Okay, tell her it's chocolate, but it's really red velvet. But to be fair, it is still chocolate, it's just red dye and stuff.
Yeah. Go with the deception.
Deception.
Okay, so that's my standby screen. Let's go back to the wheel here. Episode 41 is going to be a 10-minute challenge.
Oh, shoot, 10 minutes. Alright, I can relax.
Alright, so that means episode 52, we're going to take 5 minutes off. So now it's 9 minutes.
Oh boy.
Alright, so our summary here for episode 41 is Chuck, Tails, Helen, and Chris get to work trying to track down the Egg Moon. Eggman's noticed the attempts at signal jacking and sends some robots out to attack Station Square, to which Sonic, Amy, and Cream respond, joined by Knuckles. In the Ark, Eggman manages to copy the files from its computers and return to Earth to look them over, finding that Gerald had discovered some kind of cosmic connection between Earth and Sonic's world during Shadow's creation. Maybe have it reference the mural in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Electing to send the baby Robotnik there when the threat of gun invading the space station became imminent. Eggman recalls his upbringing. Though his adopted Mobian parents had instructions on how to care for him and they tried their best, he was nothing but trouble and abandoned them the first chance he got, vowing to take over the world by any means necessary. Think of it like Superman's origin story, except Eggy was just destined to be an evil bastard this whole time. With pressure mounting on Sonic and Co., as well as in the White House, the president calls for Gun to help our heroes, with Rouge and Topaz swooping in to join the fight. Helen's group reaches a breakthrough and directs Sonic where to go, where Eggman's waiting for him with a big ol' mech. Sonic destroys it and destroys it, and the others help deactivate the Eggmoon's controls, returning the celestial body to normal. Eggman flees before Gun can arrest him, using Jerome as a sacrificial lamb to do so, callously telling him that he's outlived his usefulness. Jerome's taken into custody, the day is saved, but Eggman's still on the loose to rebuild and base his operations elsewhere. Alright, let's do 10 minutes and starting.
I'm surprised you made Mobian parents for Eggman.
Well, I mean, he must have been raised by somebody, right? You know.
That's a good point. You never really get to hear who Eggman's raised by, or anything relating. Like the furthest thing we have to his past is just his like Maria and Gerald and stuff like that.
Yeah. The only time I think he's ever really explicitly had parents was like an offhanded mention of being orphaned in like the movie, and then of course Mama Robotnik.
Mama Robotnik.
Hello to Pika Piplup, and to Robert. Robert says, "What perfect timing to watch a drawing stream while drawing."
Well drawn.
KJ says Eggman was raised by ocelots.
Ocelots. Here, we'll give Eggman some hair in his youth day. He'll probably miss it.
Man, he had style.
He had style. He used to have, just nice flowing hair. Mullet.
Oh boy. It was in style back then.
He just wanted to party in the back.
Why not chimpanzees, since they're related to humans? I mean, they could have been anyone. Like,
it could have been anyone.
I didn't really think about it much further than than he was raised by Mobians and caused trouble and then abandoned them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's an interesting concept to have, because you would think that, like, after being raised by Mobians, he would have some kind of appreciation for them, but,
Nah, there was just something wrong in his head. He's just been evil this whole time, and nothing was ever going to change that.
There's something wrong with him. Oh.
Well, you gotta have like a little bit wrong with you if you're destined to be evil,
That's true. Probably all started on the school playground when he just wanted to go to the fair, but bullies took his lunch money.
Ah,
So,
you got a good point there, Danny. Swift says Eggman needs a psychological test. Oh yeah.
I mean, with an IQ of 300.
Spidey, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the member message. Spidey's been a member for 10 months and says YouTube totally sent me the notification. Hi, gang. I don't believe you.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, YouTube notifications are a little broken.
Yeah. But what isn't broken about this godforsaken website these days?
I remember when this website wasn't too bad, where like there weren't really any issues, and it all went downhill.
Yeah. I remember having a conversation overnight in a VC about how the search function barely works anymore.
Yeah.
You search for
Wow.
something and then it gives you like 2 results for what you're looking for, and then everything else is just... You might as well have looked up something else.
Or like when you go to click the search results and the first thing that pops up into your bar is something you've never typed before or whoever like never been interested in.
Yeah. Joanne Umpier, welcome to the stream, says Eggman is a little stinker. Truly is.
Yeah, he's a little stink. Running away from his lovely home.
Yeah.
Really thinking he can make it out there in the world.
His parents tried. They really did.
They did try.
Let's see
It would be more
here.
sense if he was like... Actually, yeah, some people just become evil no matter how well you treat them.
And, you know, some people just, you know... most people can be helped, but,
Most people can be... Policy. Most people can be...
I mean, some really are just set in their ways, but I think that's the lesson we should be teaching here, is that Eggman isn't most people.
Eggman's not most Mobians. Not like the others.
Indeed. Hello to Debbie, Quintana, and Katie. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Swift says, honestly, Eggman XL is the most kind of realistic human ships in the Sonic world, since the two are actual humans.
Who? Ella. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they kind of hinted toward that in the comics.
Yeah, I actually do enjoy that ship. It's kind of cute.
I can see it working.
So I'm just gonna make it at night because, you know, why would he leave in the morning?
He had to pick the most evil time to leave.
Nighttime. Make it really dark.
Yeah.
Nighttime is pretty evil. How much time do I have?
You have 3.5 minutes.
Ah, shoot. Okay. I'll just do a light shading then. I got too excited with having more time, so I'll just...
You good. Thank you, you convinced my mom yet again. Yes!
Really?
Yeah.
Hooray!
I think, what was it, Winter, that, Winter was like, hey, Skull, I want pizza. If I ask you to ask my mom to buy pizza, would you do it? And I was like, sure. So I, you know, since pizza is my favorite food, I categorized it as if not getting pizza was like a war crime.
War crime?
And I messed up the phrase Geneva Convention, which ever since then I can't say without stumbling anymore.
Okay, try again.
Geneva Convention.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting better at it. It's because like there was a shit post I made a while ago about like a Karen, and so the joke in that one was that the Karen says Javina connection.
Oh no! I could say you could mess yourself up with that.
So yeah, I just permanently messed up Geneva Convention. It's just like bottom middle. Well, bottom middle is just like my sense of direction just took a real beating at one point like 10 years ago, and now I'm like really bad, especially under pressure when I need to give directions.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Especially like the second someone's like, okay, do I make a left turn or a right turn? Your brain has to like slowly buffer.
Yes, exactly. I'm often just like left. Oh, I mean right. Sorry.
Right. Looks at hands. What do I use daily?
Skull, do you have any designs with both jaws instead of you just chewing on jawbreaker. Sorry, I think on a
Jawbreaker.
jawbreaker and broke your bottom jaw. I know uh, some I think have drawn fan art uh, of like me with a bottom jaw, but I think the original idea was that this was a mask. But I could be wrong about that.
Oh.
Uh, but I like this design. Speaking of which, one of my buddies did up a new princess variant. I gotta show that at some point.
Ooh, new princess variant.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
a that's a meme on the channel now. Uh, uh, Princess Skull.
Princess Skull.
Yeah. One of my friends and I sang Peaches to each other, and from that point on, oh, timer's up.
All right, good enough.
From that time on, anytime that she sings Peaches, she'll she'll say like Skull instead of Peach, so it's Princess Skull. Understand, you know. Uh, and that just kind of rolled into a thing when I told like the stream chat about it last year. Like a bunch of Princess Skull fan art came in, and I was like, "This is awesome." But there we go. There's Eggman sneaking out at night, abandoning his adoptive Mobian parents to be evil, because he was just always meant to be evil. Felicia, welcome to the stream, says, "It's okay if it makes you feel better. I've always been directionally challenged." Yeah, it's something. Sonic Drawers
Just
06.
remember, guys, you can always when you look at your hands, you could do an L with your left hand, but you can't do an L with your right hand, so that's the left one.
Hey, there you go. Sonic Drawers 06, welcome. There we go. Alright, back to Wheel Decide we go. Now, I hope that this one is at least 5 minutes, because I was thinking about this one and I was like, oh man, I got a really wholesome idea for it, so I really hope it's not one of the shorter ones.
We'll see.
Alright, episode 42 is going to be... Damn it. 2 minutes.
2? Okay.
Alright. Now let's just switch back here.
Okay.
That does add 3 minutes to episode 52. So I guess there's a plus to that. So that's 12 minutes. Let me just get the timer arranged here. 02. Okay. So episode 42. Let's get that going. Here's an episode that I hate, which is absolutely getting a wholesale revamp. Gonna keep it a Sonic and Amy episode and give it a wholesome twist. While Helen's over for a visit to the Thorndyke mansion, Amy goes to great lengths to make Sonic a lovingly crafted pie as a little treat, but he hurriedly declines to go off on a run, leaving her rather saddened. Ella notices this and decides to take her, Helen, and Cream for a girls' day out at the mall to help cheer her up, as Chuck takes Chris and Tails to an event being hosted by Sam Speed. Through the trip, the results are minimal. Amy's still bummed out over being dismissed so swiftly, but attention shifts after breaking news that Sam has lost control while testing out a big new vehicle for the Speed team, and it's headed right for the mall. Amy springs into action, and with Sonic pitching in, stops the vehicle from crashing into the mall just as the others arrive. Sonic gives Amy congrats for a good job working together when she tells him about how he had her feeling all day. Sonic apologizes and promises to try out that pie once they get back to the mansion. Helen and Chris do some teasing. Everybody has a laugh. Eggman, meanwhile, has hastily taken up an abandoned warehouse as his new base, and asks Deco and Boko how tests are working out for a new robot they discovered. They explain that this robot is malfunctional and has problems taking directions. Fed up with how much they've tried to make it work, Eggman directs the two to throw Emerald away, planning to start anew. And timer starts now.
Oh god. So I think I'm gonna draw Amy with the pie.
Good call, good call. The wheel was rigged. I want to recount, says Winter.
The wheel was rigged.
Yeah, the wheel knew that I wanted this to at least be standard length.
This is gonna be speed length. Let's try my best to do this.
I may look away and let you cheat.
You may look away and let me cheat. Oh no. How much time do I have now?
You have 58 seconds.
58 seconds? Oh boy. Really, apron. Pie tray. Gloves.
Oh, it's coming down to the wire.
Okay. I think I have at least the idea. No. You can get like really crusty sketches from me. Alright,
Well,
alright. I think this is probably as best as it's gonna be. How many seconds now?
2.
Alright, so.
Yeah, there we go. Episode 42. Amy with the pie.
Amy with a pie. Yep, it's all I could do.
Images just before. Well, I was gonna say disaster, but maybe disappointment in this case.
Yes, seconds before disaster.
Looks beautiful though, especially given the time that that you were allotted for this one.
Thank you.
Assassinate the wheel
Also-
off with its axle, says this is Winter.
Assassinate the wheel.
Swift says plot twist, it's a key lime pie. Right. That's a reference to Twitter takeover, isn't it?
Yeah. Key lime pie was part of the Twitter takeover stuff.
Gotcha. Felicia says Eggman being from Earth and then adopted by Mobian parents makes perfect sense. I always found it weird that Sonic X never actually bothered to explain why Eggman is on Mobius in the first place, because like we know he has direct ancestry on Earth, Gerald. So did he just get to Mobius one day because mad scientist stuff? Was it intentional? Yeah, I tried putting an answer to that because I know the show never really said anything about it. So I was like, well, I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been one of those things where he was maybe transported, or maybe he found a place that had lots of power and it'd be easier to take over compared to Earth.
Yeah, like and then in the show he's just like, so I'm not from Sonic's planet. Okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't wonder about it. Sai Patel, welcome to the stream. We got the rewrite going on and everything. It's been interesting so far. Two short sketches, one long one. Let us see now how long episode 43 is going to be. The wheel's spinning, and we have a 7-minute sketch.
7 minutes.
So
Also, I have a quick question.
what's that?
I can't tell if I'm blind or not, but I can't find the other references that we have here in our little chat of everyone else.
You mean like a
'Cause so far, like the reference, like for all the characters and the cast and stuff.
okay,
Yay.
here, let me
'Cause I know we have
the season 1 ones, I'm just gonna bump them again because they're in the group chat with KN, so there.
Okay.
And then
Yeah. So far, everyone's been going off memory.
reference. Okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, this
Now,
works, this works.
now I'm just gonna bump the season 2 part 1 references for you. There.
Thank you.
Everything's bumped.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a 7-minute challenge for episode 43. That brings episode 52 down to 10 minutes. Now let's just set the timer, and then episode 43 is gonna go like this. These next two I think only need minimal alterations since Eggman evaded arrest. Sonic's popularity has shifted the attitudes of many, adopting his mannerisms and free-spirited nature, calling themselves the Freedom Movement. This has affected Thorndike Industries, with employee walkouts resulting in faulty products. Meanwhile, Cream finds the abandoned emerald near Helen's house. She's scared at first, but sees the beat-up robot and, feeling bad for it, approaches. To her surprise, it's friendly, and she decides to take him to Tails for repairs. Frustrated with having to keep fleeing to new bases, Eggman struggles to come up with a new plan due to the time it would take to acquire materials, especially knowing the authorities are looking for him. Deco and Boko find that maybe by tampering with all the leftover appliances at the warehouse, they could sell them under a fake name and wreak some havoc in the homes of civilians. The Doctor loves the idea and it becomes a success, with his stock selling out fast. Tails and Chuck are able to buff out the dents and scratches on Emerald, but are perplexed by his programming and will need more time and tests to get a better understanding of him. That'll have to wait, however, as the appliances Eggman tampered with go on the loose, and the rest of the episode basically plays out as it did in the normal show, with Emerald copying Sonic's spin attack to help out, and dousing the machines with water being the solution to the problem. So there we go. That's the summary. Timer starts now.
Alright.
And here we are. Geo Heroic Productions, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Where's that damn 44th episode, Emerald? It's coming up next, don't you worry.
Where is that emerald? People love their emeralds.
Sure do.
I'll just make up some legs. So, like there, and like there, and like there.
We got Cream discovering Emerald, it looks like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Discovering emerald.
Sonic Drawers 06 says, I actually drew fan art for the rewrite of episode 1, season 1, but I forgot where it is. Ah, darn.
Oh, that's so cute. If you find it, you should share it with us.
Yeah. You can tag us on Twitter if you find it. Mine's skull902. Yours is still CuteyTCat on Twitter, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
CuteyTCat.
Big question, where is the Javina connection shitpost? It's on my computer. It's a voice clip I made for a couple of friends.
Hidden away for no one to find.
I mean, I could play it at some point.
You gonna go and get it?
Maybe. I mean, I am already showing that new Princess Skull after all this, eh?
Princess Skull. Instead of a skull mask, it should be like a peach-shaped one.
And I think that's how the idea started out, but I think just generally over time it just like he's a skeleton.
A peach-shaped skeleton.
Winter says, I know Jack about Sonic, but I come for the fun. Well, I hope that you're having fun, my dude.
Don't worry, you're gonna learn a lot now. Here, ask us some Sonic trivia.
Exactly. Sonic Drawer says, I wish I was that good at digital. You're so talented, Danny.
I'm rushing. I could probably do better if I wasn't rushing.
That doesn't mean that you aren't talented.
No.
Speaking of which, 4 minutes. But Sonic drawers, just keep on practicing. You know, that's how you get
Yes.
better at stuff. And you know,
Here's a good tip. Practice drawing a line, like a line, and also practice drawing a circle. So you see, like, to try and get like a perfect circle and like a perfect like straight line. If you're able to do that, then you'll be able to draw a lot better. Because it's all about having control and not shaky hands.
yeah,
Because your hands aren't used to drawing those types of shapes. Or used to maybe having like a scribbly one, like maybe like that. So if you keep practicing how to draw shapes and lines, then eventually you can put those all together and you should be fine. Also, try not to do like that when you're making a line unless it's like furry. Try to just make straight, bold lines so you can practice control with your hand, and you should see more improvement.
yeah.
There you go. Advice.
Well, you can't say that these streams aren't educational now.
Did someone ever say that before?
I don't know, but they certainly can't now. Let's see. Winter asks, if Vector and Mighty got into a fist fight, who would win? Canon answers only. This is vital to my research. I don't think
Mighty.
they ever did get into a fight. I mean, unless if there's...
Mighty would win.
Archie is pretty long, though. And they were both characters in there for a long time, so they could have.
I say Mighty because Mighty is just crazy strong, and to be fair, I think Vector could probably be easily tricked, honestly.
Vector seems a little more impulsive. Doesn't quite think things out.
Yeah. Mighty can also kind of be a bit airheaded. I don't know what his personality is like in the Archie comics, but from what I've seen, like, also Mighty could kind of be a bit airheaded, but like he's pretty stubborn. If he goes for something, then I'm pretty sure he can do it.
Yeah.
And he very strong. Like,
Winter says, but Vector is a freaking crocodile. Yeah, but,
yeah.
you know. It's not just about brawn. You gotta have some brains there, too.
Yeah, and if Vector was smart, then the Chaotix wouldn't be broke all the time. So... Alright, I think this is probably going to be as best as I can get. How much time do we have left?
You have 54 seconds.
Yeah, okay, so this is about as best as I can get. I'll just draw some bricks on the wall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Winter says it's not always about the money, Spider-Man.
I mean... I don't know. From all the Spider-Man games that I've played, at least, it seems like money is pretty important for Peter to have like a good, happy life. So
Yeah, so the one thing he's always lacking.
money. You know, I mean, it's good that he does good deeds for free. That's generally how it should be, but he definitely needs a job,
Yeah.
and he can't afford the rent, and he's basically homeless unless he has someone else to support him. So, I don't know about that.
Time's up.
Ain't good enough.
Let's see here. So we got a really nice drawing here of Cream and Emerald. Katie here says, gosh, I love your art style, Danny, it's so cute.
Thank you.
In Archie, Mighty was a gentleman who had super anger issues from time to time. Interesting.
Ooh.
And then Spidey asks, Danny, what is the meaning of life?
Oh, tomato.
Well, there you go. Tomato is used as the basis for tomato sauce, which is, it goes in pizza. So, pizza, pasta. So I'm 100% on board with that. there we go. Episode 43 right there. Beautiful job, Dani.
Thank you.
Let us go over to the Wheel of Destiny here.
Oh no.
44 is going to be 5 minutes. So our first standard one. There's going to be no change in episode 52 from that. So just get that all settled. Switch over here. Episode 44. The search for Eggman's whereabouts continues and a bounty is set up for his capture. This incentivizes plenty of people to go looking for him, from the Chaotix to the Speed Team. Cream's accompanying Helen, Chris, Dani, and Francis on a school trip and has brought Emerald along. The school kids and Mr. Stewart amazed by the robot. While out and about, they spot Bo-kun trying to sneak materials to Eggman, and the chase is on. Eggman's crew flees to the sewers where the Egg Spider waits for Mr. Stewart's class, trapping them for the time being. Helen calls for Sonic via communicator, and Mr. Stewart secretly calls for backup as well, while the kids are focused on Emerald, who's taken a protective stance over them, Cream in particular. Sonic, Rouge, and Topaz come in to help, and Emerald copies Rouge's spin kick during the battle. Everyone's safe, but Eggman's managed to escape once again. Timer starts now.
Okay. Actually, I'm hoping I can get this is a good angle, but I don't know how well I could do this. I want to draw the bus for the school field trip.
I see where you're going.
No, yeah, but I think it's gonna be a little messy. So, my brain's like trying to do perspective bus photo.
No worries. Let's see. Swift did another print the skull and sent it to me. I'll have a look at that ASAP.
Yay!
Sonic Drawer 06 seems to be a fan of the original version of this episode. I don't think I've seen it. I've surprisingly not seen as much of Sonic X as I probably should have. Shad's here. Hello.
Hello.
Evening, Shadow-kun. Says evening as well. I'm surprised but very happy that you're here, Shad. I hope that you enjoy your brief stay here before you go to bed.
I'm just gonna do something really simple, so here's some fun.
Makes sense to me. I love it.
I'm gonna have to fit a lot of kids on this bus.
Yeah.
There we go. Just so excited for school.
Ah, yeah. Trying to sleep and I wanted to drop in and say hi. Well, thank you very much. Spidey says just draw shapes.
Just draw shapes. Alright.
Everyone knows that Danny's really a triangle.
A triangle in disguise.
Yeah. How was Cream introduced?
She was just there inconveniently.
Yeah. Sonic saved her from a robot in Sonic Advance 2, and she was like, "Oh, hi, Sonic, I'm happy. You saved me, hooray." And then she's just kind of a character.
Yeah, basically.
Dominic Z. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Danny, you have 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
Oh boy. Okay, definitely I'm trying my best. And then...
You're doing real good.
A...
I can definitely tell that that this is Francis, Danny, and Chris.
Yes. They're all going on a trip together.
Mm-hmm.
Random kid in the back. Another random kid in the back. I don't know what hair to give them, so just hair.
Any decision that you make is the right one because Wild Canyon is playing right now.
Okay. Who else was on this bus?
Helen?
Helen was on this bus. I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna make Helen over here.
Let's see here. I hope that you're enjoying your scale DeLorean there, Dominic. Sweet. Hello, welcome to you.
Alright, anyone else on the bus?
So wait, that's Helen?
Yep, there we go.
Okay, I think you got everyone.
Yeah, actually, wait. The frills. And the collar. Yeah.
Oh wait, did you hear Ella?
Oh, shoot. You know what? Ella's on the bus this time.
Oh, well, time's out.
Ella's on the bus. She replaced Helen. Oops.
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 Oh dear. Don't worry. Helen's up on one of the further rows.
Yeah, totally.
There we go. A good old school field trip on the bus.
She has to be on a different chair because of wheelchair accessibility. So.
Yeah. That's episode 44. Let's see here. Swift was mentioning Cream being a boss in Sonic Advance 2. Yeah, the boss killer, as it were, in Advance 2 and 3. Anyone who steps in front of Cheese the Chow is a dead man.
Cheese is very powerful.
One of the most powerful in the entire universe. Winter, the cat in the corner flashing gang signs is Dani. That's her.
Hello.
That's her avatar. So yeah. Oh, there's Cheese.
There we go.
Beautiful. Love it. All right. As we move on to Pumpkin Hill, let's go over to the wheel and episode 45, the beginning of the battle arc.
Oh boy.
How long do we got for this one? Another 5-minute one. Okay.
Okay.
So no change to episode 52. Our summary here is these next two are going to be long because they've got a lot going on, so please bear with me. Chuck and Tails are still perplexed about Emerald. They've noted his copy ability, but don't really have a grasp on how he's able to do it. Cream doesn't care either way, having really bonded with the robot since meeting him. Amy's still a little concerned about Sonic and showing self-doubt after what happened a few episodes ago, wondering if he was just being nice. Meanwhile, the President has gotten Rouge, Knuckles, and Sonic together for a meeting, announcing that he has a plan to draw Eggman out into the open. He presents the Red Chaos Emerald, telling them of the Chaos Emerald Martial Arts Mashup, a 32-person tournament for the prize. Knuckles isn't thrilled, and Sonic, remembering how the baseball game in Season 1 went, agrees, saying it'll be recklessly putting the audience in danger if the Doctor does show up. The President says maybe the event's organizer can do some convincing. Jerome Wise, under close watch, says he agreed to testify against Eggman in exchange for less prison time and a lot of community service, including organizing events like this one where the proceeds go to charity. Sonic doesn't think the tournament's a good idea, but agrees on the basis of charity, Knuckles doing so as well. Once it's announced to the public, Eggman tells Deco, Boko, and Bokun to enter under aliases. Once they're in, the police will be after them, allowing the mad scientist to steal the emerald. So the tournament is set, and I gotta say, I am not into the idea of there being so many entrants because I had to dig deep to build a whole bracket, to the point there's a comic-exclusive character in the mix. For the sake of brevity, I'm only going to mention the winners of each round and any story beats that happen in the matches, but I'll put up a fun little graphic with the whole bracket after this is over. So, in the first round, Emerald beats Mr. Stewart after the latter thinks up a big plan to show off his skills, but is dispatched easily. Big beats Charmy simply by picking him up and placing him on the ground outside the ring. Topaz and Mr. Tanaka win their matches. Deco and Boko's match is declared a no contest after they're driven off by the police. Lucky, Espio, Vector, Tails, and Rouge move on to round 2. Jerome scheduled a match between... Sorry?
My boy Lucky.
Oh, yeah. He's back, baby!
I missed him.
Jerome scheduled a match between Sonic and Amy out of pettiness. His desire for an embarrassing situation is deflated, however, when Sonic immediately surrenders, saying he's there for charity and wants to be ready if anything should happen. Eggman happens to show up as Amy's giving her thanks, and Sonic saves her from a sneak attack, chasing after the Doctor. Amy's confidence is boosted by this, thinking maybe he really does care after all. Bokun beats Next, the dancing purple mascot dude Cream watches on TV, by using one of his exploding televisions and evading the police afterward, so he technically advances. The first round closes out with Dani, Knuckles, Leon, who Knuckles and Hawk dealt with when they first met, and Cream winning the final 4 matches. In round 2, Emerald takes another easy win. Topaz defeats Mr. Tanaka but is impressed with his fighting skill, which lights a bit of a spark between the two. Lucky gets a bye to the quarterfinals since he has no opponent. Vector and Espio have a good brawl that the Chameleon technically wins but has to drop out due to injury. Rouge is victorious against Tails and Amy defeats Bokun. Danny's afraid to go up against Knuckles, his good friend, and Knuckles offers to refrain from using any strikes in their match, encouraging Danny to give it his best. Knuckles ends up winning, but tells the boy he's proud of him, and that with more practice he'll be even better, which lifts Danny's spirits. Cream defeats Leon because funny haha big guy loses to Small Bunny, and the quarterfinals are set. Emerald versus Topaz, Lucky lucking out, Rouge versus Amy, and Knuckles versus Cream. Timer starts. I didn't even set the timer. Oops. Okay, timer starts now.
All right. I'm gonna draw my boy because I love him.
Just for reference, Lucky's first round match was against Ella. So if you want to incorporate that as well.
All right. First round match was against Ella.
Lots of people here are pretty happy about Lucky being an entry in the tournament, just as he was in the original. Felicia says,
what do you think Ella would do? Do you think she'd like punch him or?
She'd like. Well, Lucky's Lucky, right? So I imagine maybe Ella tried to do the same thing that she did against Big, just like chase him around with a frying pan or whatever, but then like Lucky makes the right move and Ella just like falls out of the ring.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get the frying pan out. I'm gonna get the frying pan out.
Winter. Huh?
I forgot. How much was the time again?
The timer was 5 minutes, so you got 3 minutes and 43.
Well.
Winter, Lucky was a robot that Eggman made to collect the Chaos Emeralds at the end of the first season, and gave him his name because like he's just got an extraordinary amount of luck.
So Lucky has everything that is supposed to be Lucky. Lucky's got the 4-leaf clover on them. They got the horseshoe on them. They're a little Lucky Bell. They have wings. They got rabbit feet. They're the embodiment of luck. They have a number 7 on their forehead because that's supposed to be Lucky as well.
Yeah. And then Felicia said Big beats Charmy by simply picking him up and setting him outside of the ring. LMAO. Yeah. Just like that's one of the first matches that popped into my head, and I was just like, what if Charmy just like got in Big's face and like kind of gave him the business, you know, like the Scrappy Doo rat routine, you know, let me at him, I'm gonna get you, and then Big just like grabs him, walks over, and then just gently places him on the ground outside of the ring, and Charmy's just like, oh.
Just oh. I cannot draw Ella's face right now. Oh, what's the time?
You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
to
Sweet
get
says, I
them
was gonna
started.
try and cosplay as them, but I didn't know how. I was thinking of wearing a yellow Lolita dress and then try to customize it. And I suppose if you could probably like make the bell out of cardboard.
Ooh, bell out of cardboard. Oh, that could definitely work.
Yeah.
I would say that if you make it out of cardboard, you need to either paint it with a shiny like material,
Yeah.
or you could get some craft supplies that just has a shiny outlook on it. I feel like
Yeah.
Ella's probably a little bit taller than this.
I don't know what you would have to do though to get the cardboard to like keep its shape though, and give it like some kind of foundation so that it doesn't break apart.
There are like crafting putties and stuff that you can use. There's cosplay foam that you can get, and it should be able to make it easier to mold and craft into shape into objects.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yes, but I don't really do like cosplaying stuff, so I don't really know too much about it. I've just seen a couple of videos.
Gotcha, gotcha. Swift, YouTube's gonna have to make me approve your comment, but I don't want to do that right now since Danny's in the process of drawing, and I know it'll gray out the screen. But I don't know. In Sega Sonic canon, for whatever reason, Charmy just doesn't die after stinging. That's just what he do.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty bad if someone just collapsed.
Just imagine that
Trying to-
cutscene from the end of the Chaotix storyline in Heroes. Oh, timer's up.
Okay. Poor Lucky.
Poor Lucky. But hey, he won.
Yeah, he did.
Alright, let's approve that comment. Play the Sonic drowning music. I'm sure it's somewhere in this.
Music.
I'm sure it's somewhere in this Sonic Adventure 2 video.
I'd be stressed out if I heard that, if it was set to each timer.
Because nothing about the real biology of the animals matters for these characters. Yeah, exactly, Robert. Alternate ending: everyone beats up Chris Thorndyke.
Oh, that's so sad.
Don't worry, Winter. I'm making Chris good in this rewrite. You don't have to have everyone beat him up.
Spare
okay.
the poor boy.
Indeed. All right. So episode God, what are we on now? 46.
Yes.
Let the wheel decide how long this one's gonna be. What do we got? We got a 1 minute challenge. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. So that's gonna add another 4 minutes to the 52nd episode. So we've got 14 minutes now. Let me just set this to 1. And of course, you know, being like probably the heaviest summary in this entire season, I think. Oh, okay. Sorry,
the summaries just get more filled.
Yeah, you know, this I think this is the longest one, so naturally it's one of the shorter challenges. All right. The tournament continues as Emerald dispatches of Topaz in short order, and Lucky receives another bye due to Espio's injury. Rouge wins a tough battle with Amy, and up next is the match between Knuckles and Cream. Knuckles is about to offer her the same deal as he did for Danny, but Cream forfeits before he gets the chance, just wanting to cheer her friends on. As Knuckles thanks her, Deco and Boko return demanding another shot since they weren't truly eliminated. Knuckles takes them up on the challenge, and the bots avoid a single punch before deciding to give up, especially since the police catch up and chase them again. Meanwhile, Sonic drives Eggman away from the proceedings with a hard blow to the Eggmobile, making sure he won't interfere with the rest of the tournament. The semifinals commence with Emerald taking out Lucky in a particularly cartoony way, like kicking him right out of the stadium and Lucky landing in a pillow factory or something.
So sad, my poor boy.
Don't worry, he landed in a pillow factory. Rouge and Knuckles are up next, and while the whole dark tent night vision thing makes sense from Rouge's perspective, I was never a fan of that since it meant there wasn't a real fight scene between them, and I think the idea of having a super close, rugged battle is really cool. Knuckles emerges victorious by a slim margin, and both competitors are feeling it. The Red Echidna insists on competing in the finals despite his injuries, and while he gives it a good effort, Emerald's copy ability proves too much and the robot takes the win, the president awarding him the Chaos Emerald. But, due to the damage Knuckles dealt to him and the Emerald's energy, Emerald goes haywire and becomes destructive. Sonic arrives back to the stadium as the audience begins to evacuate, and our heroes, sans Cream, try to fight him off. Seeing the happenings on TV as he meets back up with his henchbots, Eggman explains that Emerald was an ancient machine, and though his understanding of the robot's programming was limited, he could tell it was designed for combat, which is why he tried to use him for evil and why he's acting the way he is now. The rest of the episode plays about the same as the original. Our heroes try stopping Emerald, but his copy abilities get the best of them. Cream temporarily gets through to him before the Emerald energy causes him to go berserk once again. Cream joins the fight, and Emerald's inability to copy two moves at once does him in, being kicked into the ocean, tears flowing. Before being escorted away by his guard officers, Jerome tells Sonic he was right all along, not just about the tournament, but everything, and vows to turn around for good after his release. The loss of their cybernetic friend hits Cream and Cheese hard, with Vanilla, Sonic, Helen, and her parents coming in to give them some comfort and encouragement. There we go. Now you got 1 minute to do something out of all that. I'm so sorry,
All
Dani.
right. It's okay.
Starting timer now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have like both Knuckles and Gemerald fight because it seems to be the easier option. I was thinking of having everyone maybe be there for the when Cream is sad, but that'd take too long.
Yeah. Emerald just kicks him like a football. Yeah, exactly. You're just standing across from each other, and Emerald just does like a little kick, and then Lucky's he just flies right out of there. It's a home run. We need art of Emerald kicking Lucky. Felicia says now he's unlucky.
Unlucky lucky.
Oh, that's the timer already.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, there you go. That's all you get.
If you want to mess around a little more,
enough.
because I gotta show the tournament bracket. So if you wanna do more to
I
this,
just want
then
to finish Lucky's arm, not Lucky, Emerald's arm. You can see you punching. Well, good enough. Good enough.
all right, there we go. Episode 46, with the eternal struggle, Knuckles versus Emerald.
Yep.
Now I did say I would show the tournament bracket, so hopefully I'm able to navigate this well enough. Let me just get that in here. Oh, whoops. There it is. All right, this giant thing that I made in Paint and GIMP. So let's zoom it in a little more.
It must have taken forever to make this.
Yeah, it did take me a good while. All right, so in the first round we had Emerald and Mr. Stewart. Emerald won that one. Big beat Charmy. Topaz beat Sam Speed. The president was a competitor in the tournament in the original show, so
Yeah,
he gets to
funny.
face Mr. Tanaka and lose. Deco and Boko were a no contest. That's why the NC is there by their pictures, and that results in a bye. Lucky defeated Ella. SBO defeated Nelson Thorndike, Chris's dad, who was also a competitor in the original. So there we go. Vector.
So many goofy contenders.
Yeah, for sure. Vector defeated Albert, whatever the hell his last name was. He was the groundskeeper at the baseball stadium from that episode. Tails beat Francis. Rouge beat Officer Albright, who was like, he appeared in a few episodes and his voice always changed, and I remember seeing on his Sonic Wiki page that they made fun of that in like the Archie version. Amy beat Sonic by forfeit. Bokun beat Next. Again, like the purple dancing dude. Danny beat Chris. Knuckles beat Hawk. Leon beat the fucking guard from Prison Island that was supposed to watch over Sonic. His name is Howard Watcher.
Howard Watcher.
And then God, I forget this comic guy's name, but he's a comic exclusive from like the Sonic X comics, but he like forms the evil Sonic X team that's out to get Sonic, but Cream beats him. Then just like a quick little recap. Oh my god. Emerald beats Big. Topaz beats Tanaka. Lucky gets the bye. SBO technically wins, but he's injured against Vector. Rouge beats Tails. Amy beats Bokun. Knuckles beats Danny. Cream beats Leon. And then in the next round, Cream forfeited against Knuckles, and then Deco and Boko were like, hey, we want a shot, but then they gave up too, so Knuckles moves on. Rouge beats Amy. Lucky gets another bye. Emerald beats Topaz. And then, you know the rest from there, you know, the semifinals into the finals, and there we are. Sorry, I messed that up. There we go. Emerald with his Chaos Emerald just before going crazy.
Yeah, that was such a sad episode.
Definitely one of the sadder moments in the show.
Yay, big sad time.
How many days did that take? Not days, but it did actually take a couple hours.
1 day for each tournament.
All right. So that was episode 46. Let us move on to the wheel here for 47.
Boy. 47?
What time do we got? We got 7 minutes.
Okay. All right.
So that'll take 2 minutes off of the episode 52 timer. So as it stands, it's now 12. And let's get this reset. Okay, so episode 47. And we follow up with 2 short summaries because I honestly like what they got going on in these episodes. The research ship goes missing, Eggman kidnaps its crew and stealing the map to try and set off the volcano, Gun repurposing Eggman's old tech to use against him, Sonic and Knuckles forcing him into retreat on the island. I think it works overall. All it really needs is for Helen to be there alongside Chris, and it works pretty well in this continuity. Plus that scene they cut out in the English version where Knuckles walks in on the belly dancers. I mean, come on.
Oh,
amazing.
Oh god, that one. That was funny.
There we go. And you get 7 minutes to draw something based on that starting now.
Wait, repeat the summary for me.
We followed it up with 2 short summaries because I honestly like what they got going on in these episodes.
Okay.
The research ship goes missing, Eggman kidnaps its crew and steals the map to try and set off the volcano, Gun repurposing Eggman's old tech to use against him, Sonic and Knuckles forcing him to into retreat on the island. I think it works overall. And all it really needs is for Helen to be there alongside Chris, and it works pretty well in this continuity. Plus that scene they cut out of the English version where Knuckles walks in on the belly dancers. I mean, come on, amazing.
Okay, so this is the one where it has that big egg ship that you sent before?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Sweet asking what's episode 52.
You'll see.
You'll see. Sweet also said I have an emerald plush. Nice.
Oh, that's so cool. I've always wanted an emerald plush. They're kind of hard to find.
And GE's been pretty good about doing some of the more obscure characters, or at least ones that didn't get merch before.
Yeah, they've actually been doing a really good job about it.
Yeah. Like, you know, Blaze had existed for like a decade, right? And she didn't get a
So
plush before
long.
GE made one of her.
Yeah, no, like the way that they make merch makes no sense, especially when like back then it's like, okay, so we have this new game coming out. It's called Sonic Rush and it's going to feature a new character called Blaze. Well, she definitely won't. No one would want a markable plushie of her. Sonic 06 comes out. They also bring back Blaze. You know, they make another Sonic Adventure 2 game, and not Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Rush Adventure game, and you know, Blaze is there again. Blaze is like one of the top favorites, and people really want to see her. And we haven't gotten like a cartoon or anything. You know, we've seen her in the comics, but like, God, imagine having an animated series where Blaze is actually there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Uh, yeah, I totally get what you mean though too. Like around the time I became a Sonic fan, like merch was like it was not that easily accessible.
It was not accessible at all. Like, yeah, maybe you can find like the comics and stuff because that was around for a long time, but everything else was so hard to find.
it like
And it was like very obscure. You couldn't find anything anywhere.
the best you could get is like maybe those the Toy Network Sonic plushes. That was my first ever bit of Sonic merch. Uh,
My first Sonic merch was something my cousin bought me. And he got me a Sonic the Werehog action figure, and I was like, oh
oh
my god,
yeah,
this is so cool! Because, like, Werehog Sonic was my favorite.
nice. That's among like the first three Sonic figures that that I got. It was a couple years after I got the plushes. Uh, Robert says, I love that Jax is giving us figures of characters like Mephiles, Heavy Gunner in the upcoming Metal Sonic 3.0. Yeah,
Yeah!
Jax is kind of digging deep too, and I like the way they're going with that. You know,
I
they're
like how
not
they're
just like
actually making characters. Like, I've wanted Mephiles stuff for such a long time. And now it's finally here.
yeah, and GE did a plush of him too, I believe. So you know, it's nice that GE and Jax are like branching out from like you know as much as I love the main five, you know, especially Sonic and Amy.
Yeah.
We need some of the other characters in there too, you know.
I can only have so much of the main five before I'm like, okay, the merch is starting to repeat itself.
Yeah, that was basically Tomi's time with the Sonic license in a nutshell.
Yeah, like, also the fact that we finally have a Cream action figure after so long.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy because I've wanted a Cream figure for like the longest time.
indeed. 2 minutes 24.
Okay, I'm just giving it some light shading. Or coloring. There's like no shading here, just colors.
It's all good.
Golden
Uh,
ores.
Let's see here. Sweet says, yeah, I also got the GE Mephiles. Nice.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Do you have like every GE Sweet? Because it seems like you do. uh, Robert says the first ever Sonic figure made was part of a Hot Wheels sideline of cartoon characters riding motorcycles that would crash and send them flying. Oh man,
Cartoon characters on motorcycles?
seems like it. Trying to. I'm curious, Sweet. Which ones off the top of your head do you not have? I love Sonic plushes, so that's my plan. Good plan.
Yeah, I have a lot of Sonic plushes, like the Rouge, Knuckles, Cream. I want a Blaze one. I don't have that because they didn't make one. I have Mephiles. Oh, wait, no, not Mephiles. I have Infinite. That's the one I have. I have SBO, obviously Sonic, obviously Amy. Can't think. Oh, Silver, of course. I have a lot of Silver plushies. Lots and lots of them.
Yeah. Gosh, there's a good few I'd like to collect at some point, but you know, maybe someday. Msuita's Gamma Knuckles, the laying down Sonic one. Oh, and Espio. Man,
PSBO.
you're pretty close to a complete collection there. If those are the only ones you don't have. Sonic Drawers 06 says my latest Sonic toy was that Death Egg robot with the Sonic launcher thing. Was that Lego? Or was that like one of the standard figures? Cold Winter says I have zero Sonic stuff except for Sonic Rush. Oh, there goes the timer.
Okay. I was gonna be like, is it done yet? I don't know how much time's left. Good enough.
There's the Eggman. He's about to kidnap all these people.
Tiny little ship.
Tiny little ship.
How do you not see this out in the water though?
Man,
he's massive.
He just came up from the horizon real quick. Like, hello, I'd like to steal everything you have. So there we go. That's episode 47. Good stuff. Good stuff. Plushes of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and Cream. When I was a kid, my Tails' forehead hair came apart. Now he looks like he has a bad head. Oh no.
Oh, that's right. I also have Tails. Almost forgot.
Ooey.
I have a Werehog plush as well. Oh wait, I do have Methalus. Okay, so I have Methalus and Infinite. I totally forgot. I turned around to see what I have because I couldn't.
Well, it's okay that you forgot. 06 was wiped from continuity after all, am I right?
That's true. I have the Sonic and Shadow walkie-talkies.
Oh man.
Yeah. Though I had that one for a long time ago. Back when it was sold in stores.
Yeah, man. I need to get me some more, but that's for later. More summaries for now. So episode 48 is going to be 2 minutes.
Okay.
So let's just add the extra 3 to number 52 here. That's 15 minutes as it stands. So 000200. Okay. Timer set. The summary for 48 is keeping this one mostly the same as well, with Sonic, Rouge, and Knuckles going on an adventure through the island to stop Eggman and encountering the kaiju along the way, with Eggman and his crew, as well as Chris and Helen having to deal with it. Not to mention some more Spark for Topaz and Mr. Tanaka. One thing I'll change is having Amy and Tails along with Chris, Helen, Deco, and Boko. And with the former two fighting Mothmason, or however it's pronounced, Chris managing to defuse the detonator by himself, something the likes of which he hadn't done before. Giving Amy and Tails a moment to celebrate and prop him up once the adventure's over, to show his growth and their effect on him since they met. Deco and Boko are likewise pretty upset Eggman left them for dead and decide to turn a new leaf, joining Sonic and Co. as they escape from the island in time to avoid the volcano's eruption. There we go. Timer starts now.
Alright. Well, how much is the timer again?
The timer was 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
You're right, Swift. Just 4 more episodes to do. What do you mean Chris did something useful? But listen, I'm trying to, turn him into a good character. So
Chris did something useful.
That we're getting to the end game here. So I thought with Knuckles telling Danny that he's proud of him, whatnot during the tournament, and then Amy and Tails celebrating him here. Just trying to give the kids and the characters that they're most connected to some moments together, to really demonstrate the impact that the characters that they connected to, I'm sure you get what I mean.
Yes.
Hey Skull, what was your Twitter again? My Twitter is the same as on YouTube. It's just skull902. And then I believe
fingers there.
I believe Danny's is just CuteyTCat as well. I think.
Yes, just
Yeah.
CuteyTCat. Alright,
10 seconds.
well,
Topaz.
okay.
The way that there it goes. Topaz's
Well, good enough, good enough. Oh wait, glasses. There we go, good enough.
Topaz's smile makes Mr. Tanaka phase out of existence.
He's fading.
I'm glad that you decided to draw these two.
I haven't gotten to draw them in a while, so I
Yeah.
picked them, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm giving too much time to Topaz. Oh no, Tanaka is just, he's gone. He's gone.
Don't worry. Him fading out of existence is because he's happy.
Okay, because he's happy.
You're looking at it. You know, Topaz. That smile gives him such warm, fuzzy feelings that he just temporarily, phases out of existence.
Oh man.
Beautiful. Swift asks, "Hey Danny, are you gonna do another stream where chat designs an adoptable OC?"
Probably.
That's a pretty
Definitely
interesting
in the
idea.
future. Yeah, I do adoptable OC streams sometimes. I think I've only really done 2 of them to make chat like help design OC. I do things where you vote on what you want more, and then boom, I go and design it and done.
Cheer, buddy.
Strum.
Then Sweet said, "Beautiful." Swift said, "I can imagine him giving Topaz a brown topaz gem necklace."
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's switch it back over here to the wheel. Episode 49 is going to be 5 minutes, so no difference to the 52 timer. Let's just switch back over, set this to 5 minutes. Okay. Our summary here for episode 49 is, and so the Homebound saga begins. There will be some changes here and there, particularly with episode 51, but I found the plot here worked pretty well. So, signs really start to become apparent that something's amiss with the planet. Eggman uses the knowledge he gained from the Ark to deduce that, due to their cosmic connection, if enough elements from Sonic's world were to remain on Earth, time would completely freeze on both planets. Using this knowledge, the Doctor strikes a deal with the government. Let him work on a solution, and he'll be out of their hair. The President agrees, on the condition Eggman works together with Chuck and Tails after they're informed of the situation. Work begins to make an interdimensional transporter at the Thorndyke Mansion and Eggman's new base. Unlike the original show, I'm going to make it so that the Chaos Emeralds aren't necessary to power it. Make it clear that there's not enough time to go looking for them, so, using his research from the SA2 arc, Tails makes a good few fake emeralds to power the machine and activate Chaos Control. Helen, for her part, has an uneasy feeling about the situation. While they get building, however, some in the government are skeptical, that's the word I was looking for, of this whole thing. Okay. So with that, timer starts now.
Okay, this is the regular 5-minute timer, right?
Yep. Phoebe the Wolf, welcome in. Says, "Hi guys, how's it going? Also, I changed my username since the last time I was here." It's been pretty alright. Skepticism 902.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
It's been either I'm relaxed or I'm rushing.
Well, thankfully this one's a standard 5 minutes.
The standard 5 minutes.
Other than that, Phoebe, I did post on Twitter recently that there's a bit of a concern about possibly having COVID. I don't feel anything yet, and I need to hear back from. It was my mom who said that she came into contact with it. So I need to ask her about like a test result or something, so that like I don't have to spend so much time worrying. And then I've I've also found myself hit with some more insomnia too. So you know that's
More insomnia. That
that's a
one's not
that's
the
a thing.
fun. Yay. You're not drinking energy drinks, are you?
Nah.
Okay, good, good. 'Cause I swear if you said, oh no, I can't fall asleep, chugs 3 energy drinks before going to bed, has coffee, continues to drink caffeine, oh man, I have such a hard time falling to sleep.
And I think it's like these pills that I have for sleep. Ironically,
Oh, really?
take them and like whenever they work, anytime that I stop taking them, then for whatever reason, I'm just not able to get to sleep terribly easy.
The pills could be making you stay awake then, if that's the case.
Yeah. Sweet, to answer your question, as far as I'm aware, no, I don't have a home test. I get up at 3 in the morning on days I work. Swift. That's that's something. I hope that you're all right. Okay, I just followed you and Danny on Twitter. Oh, thank you, my dude.
Thank you! Thank you, thank you. I don't remember what color the emerald was, but I'm gonna go with yellow.
Yeah, the fake emerald was yellow.
Yes, I'm just gonna go with yellow.
Crabman says, oddly enough, I sleep better with caffeine in my system, but I'm just wired
How?
oddly.
How?
And you know, I think I could kind of understand because I too drink a lot of caffeine, but
I sure wonder why you can't fall asleep.
well,
Not only not the amounts of caffeine you're drinking.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I don't usually have too much problems with getting to sleep though. Is the thing.
Okay.
So my body must just be so used to it that you know.
You just drank so much caffeine, it lasts you as a battery pack for maybe 20 years.
You know, my body's just like, oh well, this is just a part of the system now.
It's just a part of the system. You know, usually being very active can help you fall asleep. Like
Just less
when-
than 30 seconds.
Okay, it should be fine. I think I've done enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Tails.
Yeah, it's Tails. Got a little pointer stick being like, yeah, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. The wand now.
I wouldn't be surprised though if being more active, you know, so you just using more energy.
Yay.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Done. Done. It's all good.
Hey, let's have a look. Tails with like his little demonstration there. The same wavelength and properties.
It's the same thing!
Exactly. No need to worry about those pesky real Chaos Emeralds, and you can power your machine with these. Just factory make them.
Yeah, factory made Chaos Emeralds. Now everyone can have the power of the Chaos.
Ah, yeah. Would the fake emeralds be the pain emeralds? They're not explicitly from Sonic 1 for the GBA, so nah. AI Chaos Emerald, oh no.
Oh no.
Tails, what are you doing? I usually stay up late sometimes, but but lately I've found that if I stay up past 12, I get hit with insomnia. Started drinking chamomile, chamomile tea. I don't know how that's pronounced. Before bed,
Ah, yeah,
it
yeah,
helped.
chamomile tea.
Usually after I just drank Mountain Dew. Uh, yeah, I know, like, for tonight, because I got, like, afternoon stream plans for tomorrow, and I woke up at, like, 12:45 in the afternoon, so I think I'm gonna have to go back to my sleeping medication solution here
You
tonight,
better not do an all-nighter to try and fix your sleep schedule.
and you know, if I can't get to sleep, it might just have to be, but I don't know. But there we are, Tails and the fake emeralds that he's gonna be using to power the interdimensional transporter thingy-mabob.
Yay!
So let's go on over to our wheel here for episode 50.
Wheel of Doom.
What time do we got? We got another 5 minutes, so just a
Okay.
standard one. No additions or subtractions to 52.
Mhm.
Alright, our summary here is... the president announces that by the end of the day tomorrow, Sonic and friends will be back home, and the Freedom Movement celebrates their heroes accordingly. Believing Eggman's going to betray the president and angry that Sonic and co have gone along with the plan, Commander Cardpaster, which is a weird name, launches an unauthorized
Cardpaster.
attack on Eggman that, with the help of Sonic and his new Grand Egg Imperial, the Doctor thwarts. Eggman gives Sonic the final part to the portal machine that Tails and Chuck need, and from there we see a montage of scenes of everyone reflecting on their last day together. This is such a dissonantly inappropriate song for this, but whatever. Topaz tells Rouge she was a great agent and will be missed. Big and Francis go on one last fishing trip. Knuckles does some martial arts training with Dani and Hawk. Chris pitches in with Amy, Ella, Mr. Tanaka, Deco, and Boko to have a nice big dinner with Tails and Chuck. And Helen and Cream enjoy their final tea party, the latter saying she grew to see Helen as something of a sister. Helen's still got a strange feeling in her gut, and has the chance to tell Sonic when they make small talk, but decides against it. The day comes and energy is limited. The fake emeralds are doing their job, but they need to also siphon power from the Ark to make everything work. First things first, they send Angel Island back to its proper place, as well as vehicles like the Tornado, X-Tornado, and the Grand Egg Imperial, which takes up a tremendous amount of the power they have. One by one, the inhabitants of Sonic's world go back home. Cream, Cheese, and Vanilla, followed by the Chaotix, Rouge, Big and Froggy, Knuckles, Amy, and Tails. When it's Eggman's turn, he stands right outside the portal, as he stands right outside the portal, he oddly says goodbye to Sonic. When asked what exactly that means, Eggman explains that he misled everyone about the amount of power needed to send everyone back home, and that Deco and Boko were in on his plans the whole time. With only enough energy to send back 4 more people, Eggman and his henchbots quickly step through the portal, which shuts off. Chuck can't get it back online, their energy resources completely depleted. Sonic says that he has an idea, and asks the 4 kids if they're up to help him. They agree, and Chuck...
4 kids.
I was thinking about that too when I wrote it. They agree, and Chuck, sensing that he knows what Sonic means, offers to help with any transport they might need. So we got 5 minutes. Let's just set that. Okay. Now.
Alright. I'm just gonna draw the big portal, and it's gonna be all spinny. Because people know that all portals are spinny, and I'm just gonna make it stand on two big portal legs.
I mean, of course. Yeah, Sonic Drawers. The SA 1 and 2 arcs were in the first part of Season 2, which
Yes.
I do have up there in the pinned comment. And if you want to catch Season 1 as well, those are in the description along with Part 1 of Season 2.
Yes, yes. We've been doing these for a while now.
Yeah, it's actually been almost a year since the first one.
That's crazy to me that it's been almost a year.
Yeah, for real.
There we go. Eggman's gonna be disappearing in the portal, being like, bye
I
bye.
love this. Oh, by the way, Sonic, there wasn't enough energy for you. Lol, bye.
And then we got our little Bolt boys.
Bolt
Also
boys, yeah.
disappearing. The Bolt boys also being like, bye bye.
Love it. Eggman be like in his 2 middle finger emojis.
Portal goo thing coming out. Okay.
Sonic Drawer says I saw all of season 1 and I just missed the first part of season 2. Gotcha. Well, it's right there for you. So, no worries.
Yeah, you're all good. There's always time.
Indeed.
Yay, you just gotta make time if you want to see the other one. Or like, goodbye.
You got 2 minutes and 19 seconds if you want to add Bokun.
Oh gosh, okay. I'll try my best to get Bokun in. I'll put them right up here. This is a good spot for them.
That little jerk.
I'm doing those like pulls down.
What would you guys do if you had $1 million right now? Well, I would definitely invest in some safe stock.
Get a house.
Yeah, get a house, do some smart investing so that I can, make money out of out of it as well.
Yeah, put it all out of investments and stuff. Travel.
No, Eggman's not missing anything there, Swift. He's like in and out of the portal.
Yeah, they're all going away now. In and out of the portal.
He's just bidding a fond ta-ta to our old pal Sonic.
Yep. There we go. What's the timer at right now?
Timer is 47 seconds.
47? Okay. I'll add a little mechanism here. To be like... See, this is where it makes sense where it should have ended, because then Eggman could have gone and taken over everything on the other side, instead of it being, like, Chris who turns it off in the original.
Yeah.
This makes so much more sense, because then Eggman could have been like, oh, well, if I get there before them and they can't fix it, then I can take over the Mobian world.
Yeah, that's how I thought of it too. Like, instead of having like Helen be the reason, because that's like just kind of against her character in the first place, right? Like, it just makes sense because Eggman has the information. He contacted the government. Time's up.
All right.
He was the one that was like, hey, the world's emerging here. We got to do something about this. So like, it just seems like it would also be in his wheelhouse to be like, oh yeah, by the way, I messed with everything so that you can't come back, Sonic. Bye.
I messed everything, so now I can take over the other world, and you can stay here.
Yeah. There we go. We got Eggman and his henchbots mocking Sonic as they go through the portal. Sonic can't do anything about it, or can he? We'll see here in episode 51. Alderaan ceases to exist after Skull blew it up. I'm not the one who pressed that button.
Dang, Skull. How could you do this?
It wasn't me! That movie came out years before I was born. Uh, all right. So our final spin of the wheel here, episode 51, is going to be okay, 7 minutes.
Okay, okay. 7
All right.
minutes.
So we can just get rid of this this scene here, since we don't need the wheel anymore.
Goodbye, wheel.
Which means that our final time for episode 52 is going to be 13 minutes.
Okay.
So a pretty extended challenge, but we need to get through this episode first, eh? So let me set the timer for 7 minutes, and then read the summary. Okay, so episode 51. Sonic, Helen, Chris, Dani, and Francis go on a bit of an adventure through the night and into the next day, which Sonic curiously treats as something of a sightseeing tour rather than an important mission. They visit various sites from the series up to this point, and other locations as well, such as the diner Sonic and Chris ate at in the original version. The kids, aside from Helen, who's feeling guilty, are having a good time of it but wonder what it all means. Once they get to the campsite, Helen asks to speak with Sonic. She apologizes, having sensed that Eggman was up to something but was too hopeful that it was just jitters over the hedgehog leaving. Sonic tells her there's no such thing as too much hope, and asks her if she wants him to stay, saying that he will if she really wants him to. Helen responds that she does, but she can't get in the way of doing what's right, and that's sending him home. The blue hedgehog tells her that that was a brave decision to make, and Helen expresses thanks to him for teaching her how to be brave in the first place. When they met, she was sheltered and could only dream of going to places or doing the things that they've done all this time. With his help, she's more open and outgoing, more willing to take on challenges. By the same token, Sonic thanks her for being the first person who didn't freak out or try to attack him once they got transported to Earth. Without her, he wouldn't have had shelter or food, or such a good, kind friend that he's had the honor to see grow into the smart, confident person he always knew she could be from the first time they talked. With a hug, they make a promise never to forget each other, just as Chuck comes by with the other kids. When Helen asks where their next stop is, Chuck explains that they don't need to make any more. He opens a container and we don't see its contents, but the kids are amazed, Helen impressed that they hadn't noticed this whole time. And the timer starts now.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw Sonic and Helen doing like a pinky promise because I think that'd be cute.
Yeah.
Pinky promise.
This is kind of like the culmination of everything that they'd, that they'd been through up to this point, and I hopefully did a good job sort of explaining, how Sonic's had a positive impact on Helen, how Helen's had an impact on Sonic,
Yeah.
I wonder
And
if Tail...
thankfully, we got 7 whole minutes for this one, so I can be a little bit more relaxed while drawing it.
Yeah. Got 6 minutes and 8 seconds as we stand.
I missed the 7 minutes.
Swift was saying, I wonder if Tails could give Helen an exosuit to give her the ability to walk, to help Helen go on adventures.
Probably.
I was gonna put that in at some point, like something similar to that, but I couldn't find a way to make it work. So she did have like the hovercraft thingy that Chuck gifted her in the first part of season 2, similar to the Eggmobile. So that was sort of a stand-in for like the sort of more exosuit sort of deal. Felicia says, OMG, yes, of course. The way you wrote Helen is super fitting. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, just like, I know everyone always says, like, if they remade the Sonic X and whatnot, that it should have been Helen and not Chris. Because obviously that one just relates more and is more, like, I don't know, the chemistry just works better. Yeah. Especially with that one episode where Sonic just went and took his time to just be with Helen the entire day. Like, that to me is Sonic.
Yeah, that's, like, That was a perfect little sight into what could have been with that scenario, and I think it works really really well. So that's I certainly share that sentiment, and you know uh, I, I'm pretty happy with what I came up with
Same here.
under that scenario.
Let me make it smaller.
Spidey says, "Look at Sonic. He looks so happy. He does. He made a good friend
Yeah.
here."
He made a good friend that he'll never ever see ever again.
And yeah, totally not.
Ever.
Nope. Now imagine this. Skull was actually uh, oh, okay. There's a space that wasn't there. Darth Sidious and gave Order 66. I did not give Order 66.
But will we ever get to episode 66?
Uh, well, I do want to do season 3, so
Are we gonna get Cosmo, or are you gonna write her out?
no, my rules state that I have to keep the main characters in, so Cosmo would absolutely be in there.
Yay!
Yeah, so like I was never the biggest fan of Cosmo, but the cool thing about doing like rewrites and things of the sort is that uh, especially with the rules that I have set here is like if I thought that Cosmo didn't quite work, I could just try to make it work.
Yeah, you could just make her work. And I always liked Cosmo. She was very cute and just, I liked her story.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that there's some interesting stuff in there. Season 3, I think of all the original Sonic X, like that was the best written one. Still wasn't great, in my opinion, but like they had something there, and I think it with a bit of expansion can be like really really good. Uh, Felicia says I have to head out now, but this is super cute. Have a good
Thank
time and take care.
you.
Thank you very
Hope
much,
you have a
Felicia.
good time too.
Yeah, you
Take
have
care.
a good rest of your day, and hope that you enjoyed, and look forward to seeing you next time. If you
Yeah.
happen by again. Minute and 45 seconds.
I'll try and do like some fast coloring.
Honestly, with this one, this is a very important one. So like, don't worry about how long it takes you to color. TBH.
But the time limit, it goes against the rule.
What are rules if they're not meant to be broken every now and then?
Almost done. Really just gotta do like the pink
Yeah.
for her outfit and the little green bow tie and her very blue eyes. Alright, good enough.
That's amazing.
I'm ready for the time to cut me off now.
Well, you got another 45 seconds, so just play around
40,
with it however you wish.
45 seconds to just spruce it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
There we go. They're so cute though.
Yeah. I
What we
love this
could have
one.
had.
Imagine the events of Sonic X take place in Helen's mind if she was comatose. Swift.
Oh no!
Swift. That's a depression X. Oh
Why
dear.
does this always happen? It's always now. What if Pokemon took place, but Ash was in a coma this whole time? What? What? Why is it always gotta be the coma story?
Yeah. Okay, time's up.
Alright,
Oh dear.
get one stone.
So there we have episode 51. Oh my goodness. That's a beautiful one. I love it so
They're
much.
so cute.
It really
Babies out.
really demonstrates the story and all that. I love this one. Great job, Danny.
Thank you.
Uh,
But now to see what you have planned for that last episode.
oh yeah, but just quickly here, Online Devil, hello, welcome to the stream, says, I wonder if we will ever see Helen again in future Sonic media?
I
Unfortunately,
have no
Sega has
idea.
a pretty anti-Sonic X stance right now, like, even though they made it, you know, uh, the only, like, there's only been like maybe one or two exceptions. One of which is they explicitly asked the writers of IDW to give Vanilla and Vector some moments, so I can forgive them on the basis of that alone, because we need more
Yeah.
Vectilla in our lives. Uh, but yeah,
Victella.
for the most part, like one of the like Sonic writing mandates is don't do anything from X. So like you can't bring back the Meta X, you can't you know, do this or that or
Oh,
whatever.
I wish they brought back the Metarex. They're
Yeah,
cool.
no Dark Sonic. I mean, like in Tales 2,
I
we
want Dark Sonic. It was
yeah, Dark
cool.
Sonic would be like such a it has so
It
much potential, my
lasted
guys.
for 5 seconds. Okay, so when I was a kid, I remember everyone was always going crazy over Dark Sonic, but at the time they no longer showed Sonic X on TV because that's when 4Kids kind of went out of business and everything. So I never really got to see the final series until way later in life, and I was like so hyped to see Dark Sonic. I was so excited. I was like, okay, this is what everyone's been hyping about. There was like millions of pictures of it when I was a kid, and it only lasted for 5 seconds. Everyone was like, no, stop that, calm down. You know, like, are you kidding me? Come
Yeah,
on!
there's so much story potential you could do with that.
So
And
much, I wish.
yeah, for real. So like, you know, and again, it's just Vectilla, and in Tales 2, he does have the potted plant, uh, in like his little studio setup there. So like, those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, Robert H says in Japan, the animation studio always has partial ownership of the show, and I believe the studio isn't letting Sega touch it. But that's just the thing, though. Sega owns the studio, so that kind of, you know.
The other thing too is that 4Kids was the reason why season 3 was made in the first place. They commissioned it.
Yeah, like, you know, just a lot of
So
stuff
that's what makes it hard.
that they could do, but yeah. Well, we have a 13-minute challenge here for the season 2 finale, and I think a couple of good ideas in there. So let's just set this to oh, I put 12. Okay, there we go, 13. So the season 2 finale, episode 52. Uh, let's read into this. This one's the least changed of them all, but, as the season finale, I feel it deserves a nice summary. In Sonic's world, Eggman makes his return known to the populace, shouting from his ship that he has big takeover plans. At Cream's house, she and Vanilla are hosting Amy for dinner, where we learn that it's been 2 weeks since they've all returned home. With no sign of Sonic in such a while, Vanilla sees Amy's worried and offers her to stay permanently. Amy declines the offer, and the proceedings are interrupted by Eggman flying over the neighborhood and continuing to make his threats. Amy goes out to confront him, and I would not change the argument between them whatsoever. Not only were Eggman's crew completely raw with their comebacks, but I feel like them winning the Word of Wars, or sorry, there's my brain again. But I feel like them winning the War of Words so handedly when Amy's been stressed out works to this episode's favor. Knuckles and Rouge observe and have their conversation about the effect Sonic's absence has had on everyone, plus their play fight. Amy begins throwing hammers at them when, them being Eggman's crew, by the way, when Tails shows up in the tornado to ward the villains off, taking the fight elsewhere. Chuck's even given the plane some new tech as a parting present, leaving Tails pleasantly surprised. Eggman fires a homing missile at the tornado, the fox panicking as he tries to weave and dodge it. The scene then switches to something seemingly unrelated. 4 humans getting together for a lunch. Soon enough, they're revealed as Helen, Chris, Dani, and Francis, fully grown. In the original, they were 18, but I feel like they should be a bit older, like around 24. Helen and Chris are married, budding young scientists. Dani is now an instructor at Hawk's martial arts school, and Francis has an outdoor supply shop. The 4 catch up and reminisce about their adventures when they were younger, recalling the moment Sonic left for his world. Back where we left off from in the previous episode, Chuck's revealed the Chaos Emerald, having collected them in the background as this music, having collected them in the background as he and Sonic took the kids on a trip. Helen calls the plan clever, and everyone says their goodbyes as Sonic takes the emeralds and uses Chaos Control to warp home. In the present, Helen fondly looks to the sky, wondering aloud what Sonic's up to. We return to Sonic's world as all hope seems lost for Tails, Eggman even trying his best to disable the missile. With a flash of light, Sonic returns in his super form and stops the missile, directly confronting his rival afterward. Wordlessly, Eggman shows some respect by letting Sonic do his thing, the Hedgehog disabling the Doctor's ship and flying off. Amy, seeing this streak of golden light in the sky, steps outside Cream's house and follows it on her own. Follows it to her own. From there, Sonic lands at Amy's front door. She delivers the speech about dedicating the rest of her life to waiting for him, gives a big old cry. Sonic gives her the rose, she gives him a hug, and the episode and season end as the shot pans upward.
That's my favorite shot. So I'm gonna be, obviously, since it's like approaching Valentine's Day, I think I'm gonna pick the Sonic and Amy one.
Very well. You have 13 minutes to do it, starting now.
Alright, so Sonic would be in his normal form or super form?
That's entirely up to you.
Oh, okay.
Swift says, imagine an AU where Amy is partially a Cedrian. Well, she and Cosmo did have
Ooh.
similar hairstyles, eh?
They did have pretty similar hairstyles.
Spidey says, big news, I'm getting pizza. Yes!
Pizza!
Pizza!
And you're gonna share with the class, right?
I wish.
It's so hard drawing like Mobians like hugging. I'm just gonna try my best and just fiddle around. Let me know when it's been. How much should we have again?
This one was 13 minutes, so you have 11 minutes and 55 seconds now.
Okay.
To Online Devil, yeah, 4Kids did eventually go bust. It was like basically a lawsuit from Konami contending that they didn't really have the rights to like all the subsequent Yu-Gi-Oh series. The court found that 4Kids did have the rights, but the lawsuit just kind of made them spend all of their money. So 4Kids eventually just like went bankrupt, and they sold the studio to Konami. So the studio is actually still around, and they basically exist just to dub Yu-Gi-Oh into English.
It makes me so sad. Konami ruined everything.
And
They're so greedy.
And then 4Kids tried becoming like a licensor, but that didn't really work out, and now they're done for. But again, the studio lives in some form. Swift says hashtag kiss her Sonic.
No, I'll do it for you guys close. Sparkle tears. Whee.
Yeah.
Alright, let me know when I'm at 10 minutes.
You're getting pretty close, actually.
Oh boy. I don't know if I'll be able to color this one.
Ten minutes.
Oh.
If you need, since this is the season finale and all, again, and this is actually turning out like super adorable and nice and everything. So if you need extra time, it's whatever, you know.
You know what? Let the people vote. Give a poll. Put a poll up, and the people shall vote. We have like put a poll up. That's, I don't know, a 1 minute poll. Let them vote.
Oh God, but I can't though because then it'll cut away from uh if you want Danny to have some extra time, put Y in the chat. Just the letter Y.
Yay or nay?
Okay, we've got 1 for Y. Sweet puts 1,000,000 Ys. We're getting a lot of Ys.
Q! Alright, so because there's one Q, that deflects everyone. Q is the most powerful letter of the alphabet, and it won. So that means I get negative time.
No.
Means we have to minus the counter by 5 whole minutes.
And I think the chat's all for it. So.
We need Son Amy.
Yeah, it's one of the best moments the show ever did.
It is one of the best moments the show ever did. Oh, God, everything about it just made me so happy as a kid.
And as far as like this rewrite is concerned, I'm actually really digging how he's supersonic here.
Yeah, because I was like, so it's regular Sonic, supersonic.
Sweet says I haven't eaten my Son Amy food for the day. Well, you're getting it here.
Yeah, this is your dose of Son Amy.
Also getting tacos? Oh my god. Pizza and tacos.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on a multiplayer. And I'm gonna my best to color. I'll just slap this very banana-like Sonic. There we go.
Hey man, you're living it up, Spidey. Pizza and tacos. My god.
I've never had the pizza taco combo.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had that either, but sounds like it'd be amazing. Cold Winter says I had fish heads and stale muffins for dinner. That's
fish heads and stale muffins.
That sounds a little concerning.
I don't know what to tell you. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I suppose if you enjoyed it, then, you know, all the more power to you.
Yeah, if that's what you like eating, fish heads and stale muffins, that's great. Good for you.
They are delicious. Okay, so at least Cold Winter enjoyed it.
That's great. Good for you. Fish heads and stale muffins. Alright. What's the timer at right now?
Timer is 5:40.
5:40. Okay. Okay.
Sweet was asking, what about spaghetti tacos? I haven't had any of that either.
I've never had spaghetti tacos before. What's it like?
I'd have to have it in like a soft shell, I'm thinking, because like hard shell tacos already get way too messy for my liking.
They're too crunchy.
Yeah, you know, you might as well just order taco salad instead, because that's what it's going to become.
Taco salad! Yeah, you just put a couple of chips inside there, just break it. Might as well get tortillas.
Yeah. So, soft shell is personally my choice.
Yeah, I like soft shell as well. I also very much like how Supersonic has red eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. Red eyes are cool.
It
What if
it.
humans could naturally have red eyes?
Oh man, they'd be the scariest looking out of all of them. Swift says I like eating sour cream out of those sour cream packets. Like directly from the.
Well,
Ooh. Oh man.
directly, or do you like putting it with anything else?
It it seems like directly, and like as someone who's just not a fan of sour cream in general, I'm like, oh goodness. Albino humans can have red eyes?
Cool. I've had a couple of albino friends. They didn't have red eyes. It was more like a very muted purplish color.
Yeah, I would,
I think rabbits can. Albino rabbits.
I don't doubt it, but the only eye color I remember seeing with albino humans is pink.
Ooh. Pink. Oops. I'm trying my best to just speak fast. What's the timer at right now? Did I pass it already?
2 minutes and 50.
Okay, maybe I actually will be able to do my best with the limited time.
Yeah, really, like, just seems like
just
shading at the moment.
Splashing. Yeah, just shading. I'm just splashing some colors so people can get an idea
Yeah.
of what's going on.
It's so lovely, though.
Thank you.
No problem.
Whoops, not that one.
I use hard shell for my spaghetti tacos. Oh, that's hardcore sweet.
Hard shell. Is it messy when you eat, or is it clean?
Yeah. Do you have like a technique?
Get like mini hard tacos, then you can never be messy because you just shove the entire thing in
yeah.
your mouth.
There you go. Sonic Drawers 06 says, this looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
Big agree there, Sonic Drawers.
Okay, and I'll just try cleaning up a little bit of these edges. Just a tad. Some color there. And there.
Sweet says, I haven't had it in a while, but I think it's pretty clean. Gotcha. Get that
Pretty
technique
clean.
going on. If I chew in this particular way, then the shell will break, but not in a way that'll spill everything.
And I'll just whoops, not that one.
Uh, 27 seconds.
Oh god. No, not that one. I'll have his nose in front of Bang or nose behind Bang. What do you think?
Alright, I'll turn the timer off because the thing is getting annoying. In front of or
Bang?
behind?
Behind. In front
Because, like,
or behind? Ooh, it's even faded.
faded might be a good compromise. Sweet says behind. Yeah, because, like, let's see, Robert's saying behind.
behind. Alright, goodbye,
Yeah,
nose.
yeah, they both looked good. I guess seeing that little bit more of Amy's face, I think, does kind of do it, you know.
Alright. I think that's it, right? I think that's basically it. Did the timer go off yet?
Yeah, the timer went off.
Okay, there we go. It's done. It's done.
Well, there we go, fam.
We'll
Quite frankly, a super beautiful drawing to end this one on. And there's season 2 of Sonic X. My goodness, these are all so lovely.
That
my
was
God.
it. And that was it. That was season 2. It's all done.
Yep. Super Epic Toe Bros comes in. Hello, says, "What did I miss?"
Hello. Everything.
You missed the doodles, but we'll do a little run through. Once Danny's got these last little touches done. Can't wait for season 3. Yeah. I'd love to do more. Certainly. Just you know. Just wait and see, I suppose, for some updates. But this is always like really fun to, you know, go ahead and do, and it all goes toward a good cause, of course.
Yay.
This wouldn't have been possible without your donations to charity. So you know.
Keep donating. You can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Super Epic Toe Bros, don't feel bad. You know, not everybody
you can
can
always watch it again later.
Yeah, not everybody can make every stream, and I don't certainly expect that of the viewers either. You know, people got stuff to do, things to go, places to be at, and stuff. So you know, it's all good, my dude. There we are.
Definitely the best out of all the drawings.
That is so pretty. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
No prob. Winter says I have class at 6:30, so I have to go. Bye, guys. See you later, Winter.
Bye.
Hope that you enjoyed. And there we are.
Let me know when you're ready to do the backtracking.
Let's do the recap here. So season 2 is now finished, and we got the last 13 episodes of it done here today. This was a 1-minute challenge, and the last one was 13 minutes.
Yeah.
So here we have episode 40 is Eggman like getting like the files from the Ark, or like planning out the whole Egg Moon scheme, something along those lines. But there we go. This was done in a minute.
Yep, and I was like, oh god, so that's supposed to be a sun, it's not an egg, I swear.
Here we go, episode 41, this was an extended challenge, so Danny got a little more time. This was 10 minutes, I believe.
10?
Yeah, I think it was 10. A younger Eggman, as the current Eggman recalls his upbringing after realizing like where he came from and everything. So this is like young Eggman striking out on his own to go and do evil. He's got his plans there and everything.
You got evil plans.
Mm-hmm. This was a 2-minute challenge. Episode 42, Amy has lovingly crafted a pie for Sonic, but what she doesn't realize is that she's about to get declined for Sonic to take a run.
Yeah,
but it's okay. She got to hang out with the girls, and Sonic apologized later. Number 43 is Cream discovering Emerald, a bit broken down and in need of repairs outside of Helen's house. So yeah, it's a nice little discovery there. Cream made a new friend.
Yeah, she made a new friend.
Yeah. Episode 44.
Bus.
Yeah, the wheels on the bus go round and round. And Ella's there with the kids. Cream's accompanying them on a trip. Emerald's along. And eventually they all go into the sewer and fight a big mechanical spider. So,
Yay! Fun
good
field
stuff.
trip for everyone.
Yeah. Episode 45, the Chaos Emerald Tournament begins. And here's Lucky just just absolutely completely dominant in this match over Ella in the first round. You can just tell the winning strategy on his face.
Yeah, run away in fear. That's my
Exactly.
strategy. I could
This
not finish this
was
one because it was like a minute.
yeah this one was another minute challenge. The tournament final for episode 46, Knuckles and Emerald. They struggling, but it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah. Episode 47. I think this one was an extended timer.
Yes, it was. I think it was like 7.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Eggman has I forget what the ship is called, but he's about to take these gun agents and everything hostage as he ventures toward a volcano to set it off. It's good stuff. Episode 48.
Also,
Yeah, this one was like
time.
Yeah, this one was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the volcano now, trying to stop Eggman and his plans. And in the meanwhile, Tanaka and Topaz are hitting things off a little bit.
Yeah.
And Topaz's beautiful smile just makes Mr. Tanaka so happy that he just kind of phases out of existence for a little bit.
He's just gone.
Yeah.
This
Episode
was a regular
49.
5-minute timer, I think.
Yeah, it was like 5 and then 5 and then 7 and then 13.
Yay.
So Tails here, things are coming to a head. If a plan isn't made, then time's just gonna stop on both worlds. So Tails is working with Chuck and Dr. Eggman on the proceedings, on how to get everything back to where it should be, and comes up with using some more fake emeralds to power the machine because they don't have enough time to look for the real ones. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Episode 50. Oops, Eggman miscalculated on purpose, and so he and his bots who were in on the plan this whole time escape to Sonic's world before Sonic can get there. This is the last of the energy that the machine has to transport anybody. Sonic is stranded. However, Sonic has a plan. So we move on to episode 51. As Sonic and Helen, after so many adventures and so much time, being friends, sharing a home, and just getting to know each other and bring the best out of each other, say a fond farewell and promise to remember each other from that point on to the rest of their lives.
Yay.
Beautiful
Very
one.
wholesome ending.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
And then my favorite too. Episode 52, Sonic comes back and he gives Amy a visit, and Amy is just so overjoyed to see him again after it's been so long, and after she had to deal with with Eggman and his crew giving her a bunch of shit. So they share a bit of a hug. They're happy to see each other, and that's the note the season ends on.
Yeah. I like how Robert H. said, lemon and strawberry hedgehogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon and strawberry.
You know it. Pink and yellow lemonade.
Pink and yellow.
Oh man, such a lovely job you did here today, Dani, on all of these, and a big thanks to participating in these events as per usual. And all that. So there's our look at the season finale. I have to, God, Did I upload these to Twitter
I
last
don't
time? I don't remember.
remember.
Uh, we'll
I'll
we'll try
definitely
to.
send you. I'll send you all the files again.
Yeah. If I didn't, then I'll just get them all on Twitter. All the high quality uh you know pictures of these so that you
All
guys
the art
can,
challenges.
yeah,
Yay.
all the art challenges so you can see them in their full glory. Uh, but yeah. That'll do it for the art portion as Canon's core starts playing. Uh, to switch it over to the standby screen, and for the last little bit here, we'll just do some Q&A, questions, comments, concerns, complaints. Uh,
Complaints.
yeah, you know. Uh,
Complaint is drum more. Shall I turn off my screen share then?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
Goodness. So I did have a couple of things to show off, as it were.
Sharing time.
Here, oops. That's okay. Back into OBS. There we go. Here, I mentioned a new. Oops. What am I doing? I mentioned a
Don't
new.
worry. You got this. You got this.
I know technology, I think. I mentioned a new Princess Skull by my friend
Yes.
Shay.
Peach Skull.
Uh, where are you? There are you. There we go. Uh, oh geez. Let's fit that to screen and put them over here. There we are. All new. Make it a little bigger. There. Just put that right on there. And I'll make it a little clearer. There we go. And then Swift had one too. It looks a little spookier. Let me just make sure I'm getting this right. 1000 by 1000. Okay, that's easy to remember. Uh, Browser. Uh, and just put the second one here.
You almost got it.
There we are. Like that. And like that. Uh, there we are. Both of them. See,
Quinces.
that's my friend Shay on the left and Sunswift there on the right. So thank you to you both for these. Uh,
They look so cute. I really like the sketch. The
oh yeah,
sketch one's pretty. Yeah, with the crown.
the crown and like those. I don't know if there's like a proper name for that because they're not really gloves, per se. Just like,
Sleeves?
yeah, just
Just
like,
glove sleeves?
yeah, I
They're kind of
suppose.
gloves.
Kinda, sorta. I
Yeah,
really like that
closer
one.
to sleeves. Yeah, that one's pretty.
I like them both. Uh,
Yeah.
it makes me so happy that people like me enough to draw me. Uh, but yeah, let's see what we got going on in the chat here. What's your favorite episode of the blah blah blah? What's your favorite episode of the show Skull? Mine is when Amy was in Bikini Bottom. Uh,
Bikini bottom?
hmm. Are you
My
referring to the rewrite one where KN drew Sonic, Tails, and Amy swimming by you know
SpongeBob and Patrick?
SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward's houses, and she accidentally made Squidward look like he was holding a gun? Uh,
My favorite episode from that was when Knuckles attended KN and wore KN sweaters.
oh yeah, the KN concert arc
Yeah.
was truly something that brought a tear to my eye. But from the original show, I think my favorite episode is the 14th one, the one we were talking about before with Sonic and Helen. That was kind of like a show of how the series could have been, you know, with Helen as like the main kid protagonist. Uh, but unfortunately, that just wasn't meant to be. That's not what fate had in store for us. But that's why this rewrite exists.
Yeah.
Uh, partly to expand on that idea, and then partly for charity. Uh, you know, it's not my
Yeah, my
clarinet.
favorite episode from the original is probably when Sonic's stuck on a boat to the point where he actually is like, "Hey, Amy, I'm going to romanticize you and then beg for you to let me off this boat."
Every time you swing that little hammer of yours, my heart just beats a million times a minute.
God, it's so cheesy, but I love it. I love it so much.
uh,
I also really like the tournament arc as well. That one's always just fun. I love tournament arcs. Where you get to see like which character will make it to the end, like who's gonna be the final two.
yeah, I found I was never as bored by tournament arcs as a lot of people seem to be. Just thinking back to when I was a kid
Yeah,
and watching like the original Dragon Ball, for instance, whenever they
I
did like the
loved it.
yeah the World Martial Arts
Yeah.
tournament, and I'm like, yeah, man, Goku, man, you get to cheer for my boy, you know.
Yeah, like I love the original tournament arc for Dragon Ball and everything. The tournament arc for Super was okay, only because like it was very obvious that Goku was gonna win. You know what I mean? Or at least like something would happen to it where Goku and his team wins, even though they're facing off hard opponents.
And I kind of like how like in the original DB, apparently Goku didn't win until the third one
Yeah.
because like critics were basically saying the same thing when the first one started. Uh, they were like, "Ah, well, the whole point of the storyline is stupid. We all know Goku's gonna win." So apparently Toriyama was like, "Oh, Goku's gonna win, huh?"
Goku's gonna win.
So he made it so Goku lost the first two.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. The fact that Goku did lose the first two because you want him to win and you're waiting to see like will this be it? Will it not be it? And and how it just handles the entire thing. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. Um. Let's see here. Swift was asking, "What's your favorite part of my interpretation?" Uh, the veil under the mask, I think, is a pretty interesting idea.
Yeah, I like that too. I think it's a really cool idea, especially since you said that the it's supposed to be a mask. I thought it was just your head.
And I think that's kind of just what it became eventually. I'd have to look at like the original drawing again of that design, but I think it was supposed to be a mask. I could be wrong about that. Uh, but then like later drawings by the same dude had like the skeletal fingers. So like he's a skeleton dude. But you know uh, the original I think made it kind of seem it was more a mask than like a skeleton, but like
Yes,
it's
if you it's reverse human. If you take off the skeleton mask, then they're human inside.
yeah. So just for the sake of clarity, the character is a skeleton. Uh, but my first thought when I originally received the very first piece of fan art, I thought for a second that it was a mask. But he's a skeleton. But yeah, I think the veil adds a bit of mystery and
It
intrigue.
does. It
Um,
does. What do you look like under the mask? I just want to know.
uh, let's see. Sweet, you made me remember possessed Amy. Swift said. Yeah,
Yeah, possessed Amy.
dude. I don't know if I mentioned it on one of these streams. I'm fairly certain I mentioned it on stream before, but like there was a great comment on one of like some random Sonic X video that like I don't even think it was the scene or the episode. It was just like some video about the show in general. And this dude was like, I had the haunted house episode on videotape, and the tape would always like get really staticky right at the part where Amy gets possessed, so that freaked me out as a child. I'm like, oh my
That's
god,
so creepy.
that's that is the creepiest thing.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
Like I would be scared. That feels like a very Sonic EXE thing.
Oh yeah. Uh, Goodness. Uh, I I did get rid of that episode from these, but I did manage to keep that in for the SA2 arc. So
Yeah, you still got the spookiness.
yeah, there's the one pick that that Danny did for it a couple months ago, where
Mm-hmm.
the ghost has all the hearts around him.
Yay.
And again, if I didn't put that on Twitter, I'll put the whole thing on Twitter.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, take off the skeleton mask to reveal skeleton. Not to worry, sweet. It is the character's head. Uh, Sonic Jars says. I was planning on doing a sort of tournament where Sonic got captured and is fighting for his life against old friends and enemies, but powered up to 11. That sounds like it could be an
Ooh.
interesting idea.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. More tournament arcs.
Yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, with the tournament arc, the one thing I really liked about it was the fact that Sonic didn't join, or else it would have just been Sonic who won, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it would have been too obvious.
indeed. And like uh, I can definitely, after building my bracket, I can understand why they like skipped over some battles, like because Sonic and Amy's contest is actually in the second round in the original, so Sonic must have beat someone to get there. But I like personally,
Yeah.
I think with the way I wrote it, I think it makes a little more sense that he was like, no, the baseball game
Yeah.
got absolutely way out of control. I think this tournament's a terrible idea.
It's like, nah, no thanks, I'm good. I'll just watch from behind the scenes.
And I'm just here to wait for Eggman to show up because I know he's going to, and for charity, and that's good enough for me. Imagine the static thing plus the head turning 180 and cracked her neck. Oh God.
Oh gosh. You
Oh
know,
no.
I'd be if I watched it as a kid, I would have been so scared. I would have never watched Sonic X ever again if that was it. Because then my brain would be like, well, what if more creepy stuff happens?
Oh dear. I remember seeing that episode when I was first getting into Sonic, and I've never liked it. Uh, I knew that one was going in the trash in this rewrite, but like it's just another one of those where like uh, uh, it kind of depends on the characters being dumb, you know, and
Yeah.
and if we're gonna have good characterization, I think like obviously everybody
Like
makes
just
mistakes
make
and
the antagonist maybe a bit smarter than if you're gonna play the whole like, oh, let's just make this character dumb.
yeah.
Like, no, don't make them dumb. I want to actually see them be smart. Like, normally they wouldn't fall for a trick like that, but of course now they do, which is weird, you
Yeah,
know?
it just seemed for the convenience of the episode. Uh,
Yeah.
but like Sweet said, Sweet likes the episode, and if you like that episode, then more power to you. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I enjoy it too. I think it was funny.
yeah. Online Devil asks, question for both Skull and Danny: who would you want as the voice actor for Shadow in the third Sonic movie?
Jason Griffith.
That would be the ideal choice for me, even though there's absolutely zero way that they're ever going to do that.
Yeah, or
Uh,
whoever played Shadow for Sonic Prime. I like that one too.
oh, dude, Ian Hanlon was such a good Shadow.
Yeah. Oh, he was so
I want him. I want
good.
him in the
I wish he
games.
was the permanent one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
the way
sorry,
that he
Kirk.
handled
Like,
him was just yeah. Sorry, Kirk. It's not Kirk's fault. It's just the how they cast it and how they want the direction to go for Shadow there. But I like the direction for Shadow for Prime. It was
yeah,
nice. I missed it. It was like yeah, this sounds like Shadow to me.
it was a real good Shadow voice, and it's like with Kirk, like I felt like he only really sounded like Shadow in Sonic Forces, and apparently that put
Yeah.
some strain on his throat. So it's clearly like not really in his range. Uh, nothing against him, but I feel like they could have got someone else. But you know, uh, as far as the movie is concerned, and like they're obviously going to go with a celebrity, right?
Yeah. I
Uh,
know people have been saying that it would be oh gosh, the one who played I can't Anakin,
yeah,
the actor who
Hayden
played
Christensen.
Anakin. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's what the rumors have been so far.
yeah. Some have been speculating on him. I know, like since the second movie came out, a lot of people have been saying Keanu, and that's kind of like my pick.
Yeah.
Either one of them would be fine, I suppose. You know, uh, I I can't really think of someone else. Uh,
Yeah, I don't honestly like so far with the voice cast for everyone. I've been really happy about it. I think they've done a good job picking voices for each of the characters that portray them in a good way.
yeah. For some reason, most of the episodes of Sonic X on Prime Video you can't watch in child mode for some dumb reason.
Huh?
Even even though it's a show made for kids.
I'm so confused. Is it because they fight all the time?
Uh,
or something?
you, that perplexes me. Uh, Crest, welcome to the stream. Hello. We're just doing some Q&A at the moment.
Hello, welcome.
Uh, I wonder if Jason Momoa would fit the role. I haven't really like I wouldn't be able to answer that question, or at least give my thoughts on it because I don't think I've actually seen Jason Momoa in anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty fine with like anyone who voices Shadow as long as it sounds or acts like Shadow. I'm
Yeah,
fine with whatever. And I'm hoping that they're gonna do a good job on picking the voice cast. Also, apparently, Jim Carrey is coming back as Robotnik again for this
yeah,
script. I was really surprised because there was a lot of things going on being like, oh well, two was his last movie, that's it. You know, that's why they had that whole scene where it looks like he disappeared and everything. So then he would be done with it. But no, he's coming back for it, and I am so happy because with the way that Sonic Adventure 2 is, you can't have it without Eggman. You just can't. And the other thing I'm hoping too is that, they add some of the other characters. Like, I'd like to see Amy, I'd like to see Rouge. I know the cast is getting, like, a bit bigger, but I feel like Amy and Rouge are just really important, and it'd be cool to have at least some of the female characters in the movie.
yeah,
Because they're the only two missing from the Sonic Adventure line.
exactly. I'm hoping for at least Amy. Rouge will be cool too. Uh,
Yeah.
and the news that Jim Carrey is coming back and like he said unless if there's some script written in gold ink for me, and apparently this was the one. So uh, I'm all for it. Uh,
It has to be written in gold ink. Oh boy. Now we know it's gonna be good. Man, I want to watch it now.
yeah, man.
I want to watch it so bad.
I can't wait another 10 months.
I don't want to wait another 10 months. I want a Neo.
Yeah. Uh, let's see here. Super Epic Tobro said, I used to like the Egg Moon episode when I watched it on YouTube way back when, but now I can't stand it. Yeah, that's just another one where it just relies on all the characters being dumb. So
Yeah.
like I knew it could be better.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't mind having a couple of characters be dumb here and there, but if characters, like Tails and stuff, are smart, then just keep them as smart. Stop having everyone be dumb about things. Like Knuckles, okay, I can give that a pass. Amy, okay, I can give that a pass. Cream, sure, I can give that a pass. But, like, Sonic and Tails, they should know better. At
It
least.
it really depends on like the circumstances and
Yeah.
like obviously the characterization like I tried making a point of like characters can make mistakes. You can't have a good character
Yeah.
and have them be perfect. That those two things don't mesh. Uh, uh, but like there's got to be something learned, right,
Yeah.
from making a mistake, and it's just they lost brain cells, as you said there, Swift. With the new cast
So,
announcements, I think Rouge and Amy are going
yeah,
to be in it. Maybe.
I
Sorry,
hope.
Danny, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so like you saw the Sonic X Shadow Generations thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm pretty excited. I did not expect them in a million years to bring Black Doom back. So that was like, whoa. You know. But Generations, I think, is one of the best made Sonic games in the history of the franchise.
It
So like
was.
more Generations content. I'm all for it.
Yeah, Generations was like when Generations came out. Obviously we had Sonic Colors come out at that time, and that one was also critically acclaimed to be really good. Now it has a more like iffy. It's a bit more iffy with the Sonic fan base now. But when Generations came out, like everyone could agree that that was a really good Sonic game, and that people wanted more Sonic games like that one. And it's really beautiful with how they have all the stage layouts. Like nothing feels empty, everything feels filled by something. The story definitely could have used some work. The story was very bare bones, of course, but the
And
gameplay on its own was very great. And I'm really hoping that they don't mess it up like how they did with the Colors remaster. And I really want something cool for Shadow Story and for us to go back to having like dark, edgy stories again.
yeah, it'd be you know, be some good stuff. Like you said,
Yeah.
the story of Generations, you know, it is pretty bare bones. It has a beginning and an end, and absolutely no middle. Uh,
Yeah, no, it has no middle at all.
uh,
The middle is like, oh, Sonic, you look kind of younger. What's your beauty routines? It's
t-
classic Sonic.
Tails literally explains to Sonic twice how they need to get the Chaos Emeralds to undo the damage. It's like I don't know, man. Uh, Uh, it wouldn't be an SA2 style movie without Rouge and Amy. Plus, besides, they didn't put Amy in Sonic
Yep.
2, so they would have to put her in 3. Oh, they don't necessarily have to. I
Yeah.
just think that it would be a good idea too. Uh,
I'd like I'd like it a lot. I mean, I understand if they don't have Amy in there, but the thing is that Amy is a key part to Shadow's character growth for at least Sonic Adventure 2 because Amy like reminds Shadow that, like is this really what Maria would have wanted? Like I'm pretty sure Maria would have wanted to save the earth and whatnot, and that's when Shadow has a whole realization. Um but I feel like Amy might not be in it. I don't blame them for not adding Amy just because according like to the timeline and stuff, she doesn't she could be written out. I can see that for sure, and they can obviously take her out. But I feel like Rouge is just really important because she's the one who did all the government spying and agent stuff.
yeah. Uh, you know. There's definitely ways that you could do it. Definitely ways that you could change it. I liked the idea that Jen threw out there. That on one of Vinny's streams where maybe Sonic and Amy were friends when they were kiddos, and Amy's been looking for
That'd be
Sonic ever
cute.
since, and then she finally finds him. You know,
That'd be really cute. I'd like that actually.
yeah, I loved that idea. And then Vinny over here just pouting is like, no, if there's any more characters other than Shadow, it'll ruin Shadow, and I'm like, my bro,
No, the other characters are what help Shadow. That's why everyone loves
exactly.
Sonic Adventure 2 so much. If there were too many characters, then people wouldn't like Sonic Adventure 2 that much.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what we were saying, but he
I
wouldn't listen.
the I can maybe see a point where maybe there's like too many human characters because to be fair in the second movie like all the human characters took such a stand back to the point where it's like they weren't really that useful. Like in the first movie, the human characters made sense. There was purpose for them and whatnot. In the second movie, it's just like, oh, we're gonna have a wedding, and then there'll be wedding shenanigans here and there every now and then. But for the most part, they didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
And I very much do understand the whole thing of like, oh, well, there's too many characters argument. But I'm like, I just want the Sonic cast. I don't care about the humans.
I feel like they used the humans well enough, although they probably could have shortened down the whole wedding sequence. But
Yeah.
it's a thing. Sonic has his family, and I feel like that's important. Um, you know, I just think uh, I think that adding Rouge and Amy would be like just about the point to me where it would be like, all right, you know, this this is fine. This is the cast. All right, let's go. If they start like adding more and more and more, then I'll probably like tune out of it like I did with Marvel. To be honest,
Yeah.
you can't give the audience too many things to care about. Because for someone like me, I'll just get burned out. Especially when you have that many characters, it becomes all the more harder to write them well, and have everything make
Yeah.
sense. Uh, you know, Tune in again. Uh, Not interested, Spidey. Unless if it's a Spider-Man movie or a Deadpool 3, I'm looking forward to that. But very few exceptions. Um, I think it would be smart to give Tom and Maddie more to do, and get rid of most of the other humans. Uh, I mean, you know,
Yeah, like I'm fine with like the government and stuff being there, obviously Robotnik being there.
Agent
The
Stone, let's
humans
go.
have definitely, yeah, Agent Stone be nice, but if there are any other humans that are going to be added to the scenes, I don't know, it's going to get a little messy. Obviously, we need our Gerald Robotnik and obviously Maria Robotnik and whatnot. So,
And you know,
yeah.
uh, obviously, maybe not make him one of the more central important characters, but can we get some more Crazy Carl? And
Crazy Carl.
I
Yeah, he was
loved him.
funny.
I loved Crazy Carl. He was wonderful. Uh, uh, what if Rouge gets introduced in the Knuckles show? That could definitely be something.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Is it Knuckles show? When's that coming out?
They don't have a date for it. It was supposed to be
Yeah,
last year, and then they didn't. Uh, and now it's supposed to be this year at some point. Hopefully soon.
eventually. Yeah, I'd like that. Oh, if they introduced Rouge in the Knuckles show, that'd be so cute.
It makes sense too.
I want to see him be an idiot, and she would just be like, "Wow, you sure are stupid," and then leave.
Wow, you sure are stupid. Flies off. The trailer comes out in the Super Bowl. Really?
Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay. Well, time to watch the Super Bowl. I watched the Super Bowl for the ads.
And that Paramount one that they did
Yeah.
with Knuckles in it was like the first good Super Bowl ad I've seen
Yeah,
in
that was really
years.
cute. Yeah. Also, I do have to leave in like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Just
You,
giving you
you
a
know what?
heads
That's
up.
that's
Yeah.
fair. My voice is kind of getting tired, so here, fam. One more like question or like statement, something that we can talk about for a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap things up. Uh, let's see
One
here.
more question.
Yeah. What you guys got? Should also get going to do some schoolwork. Well, best of luck on your schoolwork
School.
there. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, Robert H asks, I'm going to ask this again because it was missed. Have you guys gotten anything new? I've been trying out Ultraman myself. Anything new?
I'm
Gosh.
playing Persona 3 Reloaded. It's not really new for me, but I mean, they added some different things, so in a sense, it's kind of new.
Um,
Um,
yeah. Uh, for me, I guess you know what? My buddy Trip showed me this like analog horror ARG thing called Angel Hair. So
oh.
if that's like your kind of thing, it's basically like this dude finds tapes of this old Christian show that he watched as a kid, but like The like mass-produced VHS tapes are different from like the home recordings of the live show
Oh,
that
that's
he did
cool.
as a kid. It's a very interesting concept, and actually, like I call it analog horror, which it kind of is, right? But it's not actually all that
Mhm.
scary. Uh, it's just very interesting. So here I'll if you guys haven't seen it, I'll just put the name in there. Angel Hair. If that's in your wheelhouse, then uh, go give it a watch. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it here for us uh, on this stream. Uh, and again, sorry, Twitch is playing. Uh, I would like to once again give you all my thanks for donating to the goal at last year's Extra Life. Um, without that, this whole shebang wouldn't have been possible. And there is still more to come with the other rewards that you guys have built up to. And I'm very sorry about how long it's been taking. Uh, Season 3 of Sonic X, it could happen. And
It could happen if you donate. Don't forget
keep
to donate.
keep an eye out. Yeah. That'll be it for this. Danny, once again, thank you so much for all the lovely contributions that you've made here, and just being willing to help participate in this.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure getting to join for the event. Honestly, there's been a lot of fun doodles, there's been a lot of silly doodles, and there's been like a lot of doodles that I just really enjoy. I
Yeah,
like how you also mix it up this round where we decide to do like 1 minute to 10-minute intervals of doodles,
yeah,
depending on the Wheel of Fate.
yeah. The wheel of fate making things very interesting, and like Danny said, we've also been very varied with some of them are really silly. Some of them, go in another direction. Some like the Sanemi one at the end. Oh my God, that was so pretty. Uh, you
Yay, that
know,
one's my favorite. Not to
yeah.
be biased, but my
No,
favorite.
hey, mine too. That scene it has a bit to do with how I got into the franchise. So yeah. Um, my dudes, just real quick, my buddy Tales of Power 71 is streaming on Twitch right now. So if you want to, keep watching some good content, there he is. He's currently racing in Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed right now. Uh, go say hello. In fact, I'm gonna go say hello to him as well. So yeah, that'll do it for this one. And the Twitch link is right there to say hi to our buddy TTP. So, with all that said, guys, that'll be it for this one. And until next time, I have been Skull902.
And I'm CuteyTCat.
Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye bye.
SONIC.